San Antonio's Sports Center.
The Dallas Cowboys look to bounce back this week. They return home for Sunday Night Football. Welcome back Micah Parsons and the Green Bay Packers. You can catch that game when you're home for the Cowboys. 94-1 San Antonio Sports Star Sunday night beginning at 6 o'clock. The Texans look for their first win of the season. They'll take on the 0-3 Titans. Kickoff from NRG Stadium set for noon. No Jaden Daniels, no Terry McLaurin for the Washington Commanders.
Sports Center brought to you by Synergenics. Book your appointment at fixmylowteam.com.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons. The San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94-1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Here we go. It's a Football Friday. Welcome, everybody. So happy you're joining us on this Friday afternoon. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagel. He is Jason Minix, and we are live at Comalander Stadium because we got a little high school football action for you tonight.
Yeah, Madison at Churchill is our Quarter Moon Plumbing high school game of the week, energized by Hill Electric. Should be a great night. What great weather we're having here.
It's fantastic.
And you think about, all right, all the high school football tonight, and there are some really good games in San Antonio tonight on the high school football front. Then tomorrow, my goodness, is this the reason we love college football? You think about all the great games, the top 25 matchups that we have on deck for tomorrow. Then a great NFL Sunday.
It's going to be a fantastic weekend of football, no doubt about it. Somebody was bitching about it. There was at Herb Street. It was bitching about we got too many good games in 1 week. I don't know what he said exactly, so I don't want to misquote the guy. But somebody was complaining about the game. Said we need a commissioner to straighten all this.
Well, I don't know about Herbie, but I know Mad Dog on First Take was bitching about the fact that Saturday night you've got two great games on at the same time.
That is
because apparently that's a dude that has one television and instead of two, or he doesn't know about a place like the Roo Pub where you can go somewhere and watch multiple great games at the same time.
Well, that is a shame, but it's right. We got Penn State and Oregon and Alabama and Georgia both Saturday night. So that will be a problem. You're going to have to pick and choose and flip around. Or if you got two TVs like Minix, then, you don't have any problems.
Well, and then both mine are going to be off. I'll be at a Blink 182 concert in Kansas City tomorrow night with my phone.
You'll be missing out.
I don't think so.
You'll be missing out.
I'll be at a Blink 182 show. I think I'll be all right. But it's weird. You make plans, and this is why, generally speaking, I have personally football season and then concert season is the way my wife describes it. A lot of times I won't go to things during football season because I'd rather be somewhere watching football. But this is, like my weekend is, I'm going to land tomorrow in Kansas City and go to Joe's Barbecue for lunch. Then we'll go to the concert. And then Sunday morning, we're going to Slaps Barbecue in Kansas City and then to the airport. So it's going to be perfect. I got a great weekend in store.
Well, where you will separate from your wife.
Yeah.
She'll come to San Antonio. You'll head to Dallas.
Yeah, I'm going to fly from Kansas City to Dallas to go to the game.
Where I will meet you there.
Yes.
For the game Sunday night.
Yeah. You're taking a private jet up on Sunday.
I am.
I'm going to meet you there and then catch a ride home after the game on the private jet and just in time for a golf tournament on Monday.
It's going to be one of those weekends, but a fun one for sure because all of those things Minix just mentioned are a lot of fun. So I can't wait. It's going to be a great weekend. Hope all of you have some great weekend plans in store as well. And but I tell you what, we got a big Friday to get through. I don't know about you, Jason. That game last night, it was boring at first.
Yeah,
for the fourth quarter was pretty exciting.
Well, it's interesting when you look at that game. Of course, those of you that had Seattle -1.5 were sweating there when they tied it up. But at the same time, there was enough time and it was going to overtime, so you were still in play. That's 2 weeks in a row the Cardinals have lost on a walk-off field goal. That's got to suck. Marvin Harrison is going through it as an elite wide receiver. That touchdown was big for him, but the interception off his hands. And Arizona plays good defense. So does Seattle. I thought that was a pretty good game. And interestingly, generally, I like those Cardinals uniforms to look until they showed them up close. And it's supposed to be like they were in a sandstorm. They ran through mud and white. My daughter, who lives in Phoenix, said the joke there is up close they look like tortillas. And now I can't unsee that. The tortilla uniform.
I did like the cardinal on the helmet, though.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool. That wasn't bad at all. And every team now has a uniform like that I guess they're going to break out for certain games at certain times. But look, Seattle, it's time to start giving them some credit.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good football team. Not bad at all. Sam Darnold is picked up where he left off last year, and he's playing some good football. And the fact that other than the fact that they let the Cardinals back in the ball game in the fourth quarter, Seattle dominated that game.
Well, they did, but that's what you love about football. And it's interesting. Last night, Seattle had a chance really to win the game because of the new kickoff rule. Yep. And Twitter last night, a little bit mixed on do you like the rule or you don't like the rule. I like it.
I love it.
That dude missed the landing zone by a yard, and that put it out at the 40. I like the difference, the strategic aspect of what you're trying to do, but also making these damn kickers do something more than just kick field goals. There is an art now to the kickoff, and the fact that you do get the number of returns that you get. And it's not just, all right, well, they scored, go into commercial break. I can go take a leak and go get another beer out the fridge because I've got time for the touchback just to see first down. Now we're watching kickoffs where before they were a nothing play. The NFL got this right. Now, you might bitch about it if you're a Cardinal fan or you've got a kicker that can't hit the landing zone.
That's it.
Because now it's in a lot of ways almost like golf. You've got to have the right swing and then get the right roll. It's the short game. I know you can boom it, and all these guys can boom it out of the end zone, and there's no return. But now there's a bit of an art to the kickoff.
Well, and I think it's great because last year it really was. They might as well not even have done the kickoff and just let everybody start at the 25-yard line because that's the way that it went. I love this thing. You're getting returns. If a kicker makes a mistake, you're getting the ball at the 35-yard line or better. And I just think it's fantastic. You mentioned golf. Can we just say it right now? The United States sucks.
Wait.
They suck at the Ryder Cup. They're playing like a bunch of dogs.
Well, they are, but I mean, you got to be careful because Pledge could edit that up in a variety of ways.
Oh, well, don't do that.
Yeah.
Talking about the United States Ryder Cup team. I love the good old US of A.
Yes.
It is fantastic. But no, I mean, I'm just saying the United States golf team this morning played like a bunch of dogs, and they're not doing much better, according to Pledge, my source on this thing.
Did you get up early and watch?
A little bit of it, yeah, I did. And it sucked. It was horrible. Look, the Euros have, I think, more talent. Top to bottom.
Yeah.
All right. You got Scotty Scheffler's the best player in the world, so the United States has him. But I think from top to bottom, the Euros have better talent.
And it's obviously a tough course. One of the biggest complaints that I saw this morning, and I didn't tune into to any of it, quite frankly. I kind of forgotten. Yeah, I mean, I had a phone call this morning, and then I was talking to my kid, and then there was this, that, and the other, and I just never put it on. And by the time I was going to put it on, things weren't going well, and I was like, all right. But a lot of people were complaining that they don't have, even on a streaming service, even paid, the ability to follow every group. At the Masters, you have that. Why don't they have that at something like the Ryder Cup when there's so few people out there on the course?
You would think that they would have that. The other thing that I've heard a lot of complaints, there's too many damn commercials. I mean, you're getting commercials all the time. It's like one shot commercial. It's terrible. I get it. Somebody's making a lot of money, but you kind of like to see some golf in that thing. You would think somebody would sponsor that in a way where, it's limited commercial breaks.
Commercials pay our bills, so we like commercials.
Well, I hear
support our advertisers, but you're right. At some point, can you show the action and have a commercial kind of on a split screen, or the logo of the Snickers bar or the beer can or the car dealership? There's ways to do commercials and branding without going away from the content that many times, because that is a tune-out factor when there's that much of it. Now, with a captive audience like golf, where else are you going to go, especially if you're on a streaming service, because that makes it a little bit more difficult, not difficult, but timing to go from one to another if you've got multiple streaming services. But everything's for sale, and all those guys are making a lot of money for that very reason.
They are.
And those advertisers spend the money because they want to hit a specific audience, and then they hope you go out and purchase those products.
Well, and go do all of those things.
Yep.
That's a good thing. But I'm just saying, I'd like to see a little golf too. I've seen,
although it was bad golf in your mind, so
it's early, Minix.
It's early.
Although it looks like the U.S. is going to dig themselves such a big hole that it's going to be tough to get back, even with a couple of days left in this thing.
It's just for the rally over the weekend. I mean, you can lose a little battle here, but as long as you win the war.
I don't know where those New Yorkers are. They're not enough trash talk. Yeah, they got to get on those Euro dudes.
Did you hear the guy yesterday, Pledge? I don't know if we have this audio. I don't mean to throw one at you because I don't see it on the cut sheet that has 1,014 cuts. But I know I sent it to you yesterday. Somebody heckling Rory while he was trying to undo a button on his collar. And,
yes.
And the dude was like, "You don't need a button to choke." Apparently we don't have that one.
Well, and that's not happening right now, so that's a shame. It really is. Scotty Scheffler lost this morning.
You don't need a button to choke, Rory.
There you go.
Hey, Rory and the whole team heard. They turned, they laughed.
Yeah, that's funny.
And now they've got birds up to that guy. Good job, Pledge.
At least for now. Yeah, at least for now. So it is birds up. It's a shame because, when you're at home in the United States, you're supposed to win. You can't let the Europeans win when we're back home. So we're winning today. I'll tell you that. I feel like Charlie Sheen. Winning. We are, because we're at Comalander Stadium getting ready for some high school football action tonight. If you're watching on our YouTube page, you can see the field, and I just love that, and I hope that kind of gets you in the mood for a football Friday, and because Minix and I certainly are getting ready for a big weekend of college and pro football, so it's going to be a lot of fun. If you guys have some comments, you can certainly do that. Go to our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. You can comment there, like and subscribe. You can get Jason at Jason Minix on Twitter. I'm at Joe Reinigle 210, or you can get to us the old-fashioned way, 656-3776, 656-ESPN. That's the phone call, by the way. That's the old-fashioned way. And I have a feeling at some point in the show, in the not-too-distant future, there will be a poll that is up on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. Because we got a couple of things. We just haven't decided exactly which poll we're going to put up there.
I've got an idea on a poll, although straight stealing from KSAT 12. KSAT,
I don't mind.
Yeah, KSAT did a poll last night about the quality of a job that Mayor Gina Ortiz-Jones has done to this point. The question was, do you think Mayor Gina Ortiz-Jones is doing a good job? Yes, no, unsure. 25% say yes. 74% say no. 1% unsure.
So we need to put that poll up there in the yes, no, or unsure.
Or just yes or no. I mean,
I want to talk to the 25% that said yes.
Well, I mean, I'm sure they're on our staff. But honestly, I don't know if she's doing a good job or not. I mean, in all fairness, my limited care and knowledge of what the hell the city council people are doing, but what has she done besides piss off a lot of people over Project Marvel and try to change things at city council that have gotten shot down? I don't know if she's done anything yet of note to truly answer that question, but my answer would be no, because every time I hear it, it's like city council voted 10-1. The only nay was the mayor. This, that, and so I really have no idea. But KSAT, that's a news audience. We're a sports audience. I'm curious if the approval rating over here is better or worse.
Well, we may have to get that poll up and see how we fare. Because if there's 25% that say yes, I'm going to think something's wrong.
Well, I mean, and again, I don't know. We would still like to talk to the mayor.
Well, absolutely.
I honestly would have to check to see if the KTSA producer that books the mayor for us is still reaching out, because at some point she was like, who I was reaching out to doesn't work there anymore, and we got to find the new person to reach out to, and we've got to do this and we've got to do that. We invited her on many, many times.
Yes, we have.
About Project Marvel, and
crickets.
The closest we got was a maybe tomorrow that turned into a maybe next week too. No, she doesn't have time.
Yeah, no time.
I don't know. Can we get on the schedule for 2028, Mrs. Mayor? I don't know. It's possible.
Well, we just don't know.
We don't
know. And that's the thing about it. Now, Alexandra says we don't need a poll because, well, the answer and comments are obvious. I'm just curious, Alexandra, how would you answer that poll?
Well, but we need a vote.
We need a vote.
We need a vote.
Absolutely, we do.
I'm curious.
So we'll get that poll up and get going. Now, it is a big weekend of football, and there's a big game Sunday night at Jerry World for sure. Now, the fellas this morning had Brian Schottenheimer on.
Yeah.
We're going to hear from him in a little bit of that interview. We also heard from Dak Prescott and George Pickens, and then one Jerry Jones on 105.3 The Fan. All of the above with the Dallas Cowboys. We are live at Comalander Stadium, ready for some high school football on this Football Friday. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday night at 7:20. The Cowboys take on the Green Bay Packers at Jerry World in Arlington. Pregame at 6.
I like this kind of party.
Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam.
How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Trust, price, and ease of transaction. That is GiveMeTheVin.com. We love to buy cars. People don't trust car buyers. People think the price is going to be wrong, and people think it's going to be a hassle. Trust, price, and ease of transaction. That is what we do at GiveMeTheVin.com, and that's what makes us America's best car buyer. Go to GiveMeTheVin.com right now and get a quote on yours.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
This college football season, the Crunch Time Hero of the Week is brought to you by PorkRinds.com, the nation's premier hub for pork rind lovers everywhere. Each week, a college player will post on Instagram, and each share over a 2-week period equals a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, which helps families who are dealing with DIPG, DMG, pediatric brain cancer. Giving back with the perfect snack to celebrate those big Crunch Time plays. Find your rind at PorkRinds.com or find Southern Recipe Pork Rinds at H-E-B.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
Football is back, and Underdog is the best place to make picks and win money all season long, and you can play here in Texas. Hi, Jason Minix here from the Blitz. Love playing on Underdog because it's easy. You just pick whether you think your players are going to go higher or lower on particular stats like touchdowns, receiving yards, interceptions, rushing yards. Get your picks right, and you can win up to 5,000 times your cash, and you can play for as little as $1. So download the Underdog app. Sign up today with promo code STAR to score $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. That's promo code STAR. Millions of fans have won billions of dollars making picks on Underdog. Will you be next? Again, promo code STAR on Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy fantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
So I'm a plumber and needed to get work in the door.
So business was going down the drain?
Yeah, I went to Staples. They printed yard signs, business cards, even flyers to leave at supply stores.
But at what cost, man?
Well, I saved $125 on my order, and now I'm booked solid. Boom!
Back at ya. For your business printing, Staples.
That was easy.
Now save up to $125 on custom print orders. Valid in-store and online. Ends 11/1. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details.
Thinking about replacing doors or windows? Well, whether it's one, two, or all of them, for the best price and quality, I've got the company for you. Hi, everybody. This is Joe Reinagle from 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star for windows and door renovations. Call and compare. Whether it's a window or door project at home, or if you're a contractor, windows and door renovations. 210-284-7888. Offering a wide variety of designs, styles, and materials. Save more with window technology that helps maintain your home's temperature, making your AC work less and your electricity bill go down. They're also selling Anderson windows, and all of their work comes with a lifetime warranty. Get the best price. Call now, 210-284-7888. Proudly veteran-owned and committed to supporting our military community. For more information, look them up on Facebook as Windows and Door Renovations. Call today, 210-284-7888.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation.
Groundworks, official foundation repair company of Texas Athletics.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Monday on the Morning Huddle, we got 2 NFL games to talk about coming up and a weekend full of the past behind us, Rob.
But we still have Monday night. Bengals, Broncos? We'll talk about it, but you got to get here early. Party starts at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Mornings 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
On a football Friday. That's why we're live out of Comalander Stadium. Madison and Churchill are going to bang heads here tonight. Ought to be a lot of fun. You'll hear that call from our good friend Jason Minix right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. 7 o'clock pregame show, 7:30 kickoff. Ought to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, Nick Solis and myself here at Comalander. So a Frito Pie Friday. Get a new one to add to the list and see where it makes it on the Frito Pie rankings.
Now, who's in the lead right now?
I'd have to check. I want to say, without looking, Clemens is probably.
I think that's what you said. Clemens is leading the way because you're not a big fan of Heroes.
Yeah. Right now it's Lenhoff, Ferris, and then Heroes.
Lenhoff, Ferris, and Heroes. All right.
Yeah.
All right,
so Comalander will get into the mix. Last year, Comalander did pretty good. They finished on the rankings 5th. So, and right behind Ferris. So we'll see this year if the rankings change a little bit.
Well, we'll find out. So you got to stay tuned and get on all the socials that Jason Minix is on. Speaking of that, we do have a poll up on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page that you can participate in. Do you think Mayor Gina Ortiz-Jones is doing a good job? Yes, we have 7%. No, 93%. But it's early. Those numbers could change. Get to our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page, and you too can vote and make your voice heard.
Absolutely. That's what we're aiming for. We just curious. Your thoughts on how the mayor is doing based on what one of the TV stations did last night, which I thought their results were interesting. How does that compare to a sports station? Now, obviously, the Cowboys are coming off of a bad game, and they've got the Packers coming up on Sunday night. A lot of times you hear coaches all the time, man, we had a great week of practice.
Yeah.
You didn't hear that this week from Brian Schottenheimer. In fact, it was so bad to start a practice yesterday, he said the boys had to start over.
I thought yesterday's practice was really good. Wednesday started a little slow. Had to start the practice over, and it's okay. It's part of the deal, and why? We weren't playing physical enough in pads, and we're not going to do that. And so I think we had run like 8 plays, 4 on offense, 4 on defense, and I called them up, and I said, hey, is the standard the standard? And to a man, they said, nope. I said, that's awesome. You're right. Let's start from the beginning. So I think we reran those 8 plays, and but, man, yesterday I thought was really good. The defense on Wednesday I thought was excellent. But today's kind of the day where the ball shouldn't hit the ground on offense, and there shouldn't be a lot of completions given up on defense.
Interesting stuff, right?
I mean, yeah. And I like the fact that they didn't have a good start. All right, stop. Let's start over.
But he said he asked out man for man. They said no. Well, guys, don't you think you ought to start out a little bit better than that?
I mean, you don't often hear that kind of honesty from coaches.
Mm-hmm.
That, yeah, you know what, it wasn't to the standard and we started over. Because most coaches, yeah, we had a great week of practice.
Yeah, that's all you get.
And the week of, and then afterwards, then you might hear, yeah, we played the way we practiced, so I'm not really surprised what happened. Now, this morning when he talked about how well the defense is doing, as he's on with the morning huddle every Friday morning, and he said something this morning that almost made my skin want to crawl. And then when I went back and re-listened to it, I was thinking, okay, that wasn't as bad as it sounded live when he was on the morning huddle brought to you by AA Best Bail Bonds. But he was talking about Eberflus and the defense.
No, and thank you for asking that question, because the answer is no. Like, Flus has been awesome, and they look. Flus is.
All right, stop it right there, Blitz, because I heard that. I heard that when you've got to be effing kidding me. Because Flus has not been awesome as far as what I'm able to see, and that's just watching the games and watching that defense make Russell Wilson look like a Hall of Famer, which you listen to his peers, guys that played with him, like Richard Sherman, talking about how he's played himself out of a gold jacket lately. But against the Cowboys and against Eberflus, he looked like the Hall of Famer. So I heard that, and I didn't hear anything after that. I'm guessing you guys probably just had the same reaction. So let's hear the whole thing in its entirety, kind of getting part of the awesomeness of Flus out of the way, because that's total BS.
No, and thank you for asking that question, because the answer is no. Like, Flus has been awesome, and they look. Flus is feeling the pain. He's never been here before. He wants his guys to play well, and they're going to play well. But Flus is so easy to talk to. And again, I think because I've been through this before, I've been the coordinator that your unit's not playing the standard, and you're not sleeping at night because you're like, man, you're worried about what do I need to do better and what can I do? Because you always start guys looking at yourself. You always do. Matt Eberflus is looking at himself before he looks at anything else. And the conversations have been great. And, he's been so open to my thoughts. And, again, I'm not the greatest defensive mind in the world, but I get people and I get communication and I understand those things. So I know the solutions are out there. I know we're going to play better. And it's because of the work ethic that Flus and the defensive staff have, but then the want to that our players have. I think that's so important.
All of that is fantastic. And since Schottenheimer got the job, he's been talking a great game. And we all said, all right, well, that's great. He sounds fantastic. He won the offseason, won training camp. Now what's he going to do when it comes down to the real thing? Well, so far, I guess you could say Schottenheimer's not doing a horrible job, although that Chicago game, the offense didn't look so good either. But the defense looks horrible. So I don't want to hear all of that. That's great to hear. And the Cowboy fans, yay, Schotty, you're great. You're awesome. And Eberflus, he's great. I want to see what it looks like against the Green Bay Packers on Sunday night.
Well, that's it. But when I heard the first part, he's been awesome. Like, oh, what are you smoking, dude?
Yeah, exactly.
But then you hear, okay, from a personal level, the head coach, dude, what you guys aren't seeing is the stress this guy's putting on himself to fix it because he knows. And for Shadi to say, I've been there when your unit is getting ripped, the sleepless nights. I'm curious if Eberflus has gone home this week. He might be sleeping in the office like so many of these guys do.
Well, I hope so.
But to your point, when I first heard it, I didn't hear the rest of it, right? All I heard was, you're awesome. And then I'm cussing at the radio going, this guy's smoking crack, right? But then you hear the rest of it and you go, okay, he's putting it on himself before players. But then that last part really makes me question when he says the want to of the players. He didn't have conviction in those words that I heard, right? Now, but the coaches can only do so much. Now you've got the player want to. You know, it's almost like listening to the Texans offensive coordinator yesterday talk about how they dumbed down the offense to simplify everything, and the guys still don't get it. Well, now you've dumbed down the defense to one-word calls and stuff like that because of confusion in the communication part of what they're doing. And again, don't take my word for it, but, you know, former players talking about what an insult, right, to the football IQ of these guys that you've dumbed it to that level. But now he's made me look at the want to of some of the guys that are out there. How much do they really care? Because he's the one that used the term the want to. Coaches can only do so much. Then it's the want to of the players. That was interesting. I thought that, and I missed that this morning when they were having the conversation because I got hung up on, did this dude just say Eberflus was awesome?
Yeah, he did say that.
But you listen to that entire answer, and there is a lot to unwrap in just that one answer about coaches. Did I like the scheme? You had Jerry talking about the front end wasn't on the same page as the back end, not on one play. You know, one play that happens. That's going to happen. To the best of teams, that happens. But it seemed like the entire game. Coaches, is that coaching or is that want to of some of those defensive players?
Well, look, what I saw Sunday against Chicago was a bunch of guys that were confused as hell.
Yeah. I
don't think it had anything to do with want to. Now, I don't know what Eberflus's defensive calls are, and they keep talking about communication and all of this kind of stuff, but there were some players, especially in that secondary, they were just confused. They didn't know where they were going or what they were supposed to do. So if that takes dumbing it down to make sure that these guys are in the right position where they need to be, then I'm all for it. Dumb it down because you cannot have another game where wide receivers are standing in the end zone with nobody within 10, 12 yards of them. You just can't have that. And they've made Russell Wilson look like a Hall of Famer. They've made Caleb Williams look like a Hall of Famer. And Jordan Love is better than both of those guys. So it could get really ugly if those guys are still confused when it comes to the defense this time around. Dumb it down. And if the players don't like it, that's too bad. Look, it may come as simple as this, Jason. If that's the case and if Shotty feels that way, stop with the Andy Griffith stuff, with the Opie Taylor stuff, and say, you know what, you're getting a paycheck. How about we do something about that, and people that aren't doing what they're supposed to do get docked or something. I mean, if it comes down to that point, these guys are professional. You and I do something wrong, guess what? We're going to get called in the office, right? These guys need to do the same thing. So, look, that good, players coach and all of that only goes so far. I'm glad he started practice over. That's fantastic. But if what happened in Chicago last Sunday happens again this Sunday, there's got to be some people held accountable.
Well, and again, what happened in Chicago was so seemingly a surprise, right? whatever happens against Green Bay, I think most people were expecting the Cowboys to lose that game anyway, before Micah Parsons was traded. Just in general, look at the Packers, look at the Cowboys, and I mean, schedule comes out. Win, loss. This was a loss for nobody had the Cowboys going 17-0, right? And so Jordan Love is going to do Jordan Love things. Now I should see a pissed off Cowboys defensive unit that wants to prove something. Kenny Clark wants to prove that, you know what? They got a good player in return, not just those two picks. Guys, Diggs embarrassed last week.
Yep.
He's been a prideful guy, right? And I think we know him well enough, whether you like him or not. He's a player, right? He has to be embarrassed about what happened last week. So I do expect a different effort, a want to, from this Cowboys defensive unit.
Look, I think it's got to be a different effort. It has to be, and I think the offense has got to help that. They've got to keep the ball away from that Green Bay offense. I think you got to do everything you can to sustain drives, run the football, and all of that kind of stuff, and just keep that ball away from their offense. Because until the defense shores up, and I'm thinking that they will. Again, I'm on record. I've been saying it all week. I think this game's going to be a lot closer than people think, and I still believe that. I just think it's got to be I think the offense has got to take that on them. They cannot put their defense in a bad position with turnovers or anything else or 3-and-outs, and you got to sustain drives. And I think if they do that, they'll be able to stay in this ball game and have a chance to win it in the fourth quarter.
And you say a chance to win it. You look at the line. I think a lot of people might bet the Cowboys to cover, but I wonder how many people straight up truly do think the Cowboys will win this game. I'm curious in our Pro Football Pick'em Challenge. In fact, make sure you get your picks in for the Pro Football Pick'em Challenge at sasportstar.com. Weekly winners get a gift card to Mellow Mushroom. End of the year, local grand prize winner gets $1,000 worth of tickets to A Awesome Tickets. If you actually pick the Cowboys, let us know.
Yeah, I'd like to know.
Let us know.
I didn't have the stones to do that.
No, straight up, Green Bay.
No. Now, with the spread, I could be persuaded. Although that's come down from 7.5 to 6.5, I'd like it much better at 7.5.
Well, see, and now 30-23, it feels a little different than 31-23.
Exactly.
Right. Losing by a touchdown versus more than a touchdown. Will it be a double-digit win? Could it be 34-24? Again, possibility, but where you put your money, a lot more than what's just the words coming out of your mouth.
Jerry Jones on 105.3 The Fan in Dallas today, talking about Micah Parsons. And, he responded to Micah's comment yesterday of he's not disrespected by no tribute, although there were a lot of other things that were disrespectful. Jerry responds to that. We'll hear from Jerry when we return live from Comalander Stadium, site of a big game tonight. Madison taking on Churchill. You can hear it on 94.1, courtesy of our good friend Jason Minix. We'll return to Comalander Stadium here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
The Fall Golf Classic is sold out, but the party's just getting started. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star invites everyone, yes, even if you aren't playing, to the official Fall Golf Classic after party happening Monday, September 29th at the Break Room Bar off Pat Booker Road. Mad props to this year's tournament sponsor, the law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, who hits back when life hits hard, and plenty of sports star love to Fly by Yingling and PPM Motorhomes too. The Blitz with Jason and Joe kicks off the party live at 2 p.m. So sneak out of work early, call it networking, and raise a glass with us. So whether you're playing in the Classic or just want to crash the party, you're officially invited to the Sports Stars Golf Classic After Party at the Break Room Bar off Pat Booker Road, Monday, September 29th at 2 p.m. sharp. Details at sasportstar.com. See you at the Break Room Bar. Golf shoes not required.
The Roo Pub is proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
Smoky Mo's Texas Barbecue is the best neighborhood barbecue in San Antonio, with smoked in-house meats, home-style sides, and specials like pork belly burnt ends, and our famous fully loaded chopped baker. The Texas barbecue you love is at Smoky Mo's. Order a Smoky Mo's tailgate pack or create your own. Choose your meats like brisket, turkey, or sausage, and sides kicked up a notch like roasted green corn and bacon cheddar potatoes. Smoky Mo's, with 8 convenient locations. Orders for pickup or delivery at SmokyMo'sBarbecue.com.
Stop wasting money on hard water costs. Go get yourself a Connecticut water system. It's one of the few household appliances that pays for itself. These things are quiet, efficient, reliable, and non-electric. But the best part is you'll save money when you own a Connecticut water softener. Connecticut water softeners are specifically designed to solve virtually any water problem you may have. Living in the hill country, you folks have some serious hard water that costs you major money in cleaning supplies and wear and tear on your appliances. Plus, Connecticut water softeners are guaranteed to remove more impurities and perform more efficiently with lower lifetime costs than any other softener on the market. So, for the best water softener in the business and to save money, call Connecticut today. 656-PURE. That's 656-PURE or ConnecticutSA.com.
ConnecticutSA.com.
License number 38961.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. Quo lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? Quo automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With Quo's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions and use those insights to level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with Quo. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's quo.com/sports. QUO.com/sports.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
George gets justice. You've heard the national lawyer ads. Same story, different name. But when you've been through something traumatic in San Antonio, you need a local team who fights for real results. That's why so many get George at George Salinas Injury Lawyers. George is from here, listens to people, and fights to help them get their maximum compensation. Call 210-225-0909 or visit getgeorge.com. George gets justice. GetGeorge.com. Principal Office, San Antonio.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Turn things all the way up and find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy.
San Antonio Sports Stars 50K Pro Football Pick'em giveaway is back. Head to SASportsStar.com and pick the winners of each pro football game every week to earn points for each correct pick. Highest points each week wins a $25 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. Highest points overall scores $1,000 worth of tickets from A Awesome Tickets. Pick the winning ticket of every regular season game. Win the grand prize, $50,000. This is an audience national contest across multiple markets. The 50K Pro Football giveaway. Register and win at SASportsStar.com.
Live at Comalander Stadium, this is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagle. He's Jason Minix, and our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. Great conversations going on in there, but there's one guy that really likes my legs.
What?
Yeah. John, he likes my legs, and pretty much said that. John,
what is pretty much said?
You're gonna embarrass yourself, and I know I have great looking legs. I mean, I get it, but take it easy, man. I know it's tough.
Why are your legs on screen?
Well, I don't know. Maybe when I got up a minute ago and then the YouTube was still on, I'm not sure. And you're welcome, everybody. I mean, I'm happy to help out and give you something shiny to look at, but take it easy now. Just take it easy.
I believe it says Joe has very pasty legs. He needs sun on them.
No, I think he meant to say tasty. I'm sure that's what he meant to say, but I don't know. Sometimes that those big fingers can get in the way.
The what?
Big fingers. Oh my goodness! What a beautiful Friday! Put them in my mouth. It's a fantastic Friday, is it not? Great night for great day for high school football. It's going to be a great night for high school football. Madison and Churchill. Jason Minix has got your call tonight. 7 o'clock right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Yeah, John Sobery also said he voted yes to get Joe mad.
He must be the only one.
In our poll question right now, do you think Mayor Gina Ortiz-Jones is doing a good job? And it's a 94% no, 6% yes. 47 votes in. Make sure you head over to the YouTube page so you too can participate.
Absolutely, you can do that. I hope the Cowboys are participating on Sunday night. It'd be nice to go up there since you and I are going to be in attendance at the game Sunday night. It'd be nice if it's a competitive football game. Micah Parsons, that's the story, right? I mean, he's back, and everybody's talking about it. A lot of the fans wondering how should they greet Micah? Should they boo him? Should they cheer him? Should they not do anything? It's going to be interesting to see exactly what they do.
It will be interesting because we know there won't be a tribute,
right?
Which is, I think, appropriate.
Yes.
There will be a lot of number 11s there. And I don't know if that's just because people don't want to buy another jersey and they've already invested in one, or they took advantage of the clearance sale prices on all the Parsons jerseys, which you see everywhere because there were so many of them and they don't just throw those away. I was stunned that at the San Antonio Sports Hall of Fame last weekend, a Micah Parsons autographed jersey sold for $400.
Wow. Now, I wonder, it was a Cowboys jersey, obviously, right? So I wonder if that's it is the fact that he left, does that make the jersey less valuable or more valuable?
That's a great question. And I think right now, $400 is pretty cheap for a Micah Parsons autograph.
Sure.
And if he goes into the Hall of Fame, that would be a great investment. But to buy it now, right? I mean, a DeMarcus Ware autograph jersey, the bulk of his career was with the Cowboys. And his Super Bowl was with Denver. That's a little different. But, it's no different when you go to a game and you see a variety of jerseys of I can't believe you spent money on that to begin with. But and for somebody that was there 3 or 4 years, you go into a game, you put on a jersey and you go. And my rule, always buy legend jerseys, right? So they don't break your heart, because in reality, we root for laundry.
Yeah, sure.
You're wearing my favorite. You're wearing my team's jersey. All right, cool. Love you, man. And as soon as you change shirts, I can't stand you as an athlete. That sport.
Right, exactly.
Right? Deion Sanders was that way. Cowboy, love you. Put on that 41er crap, can't stand you. That's the way. That's the way it goes. You root for laundry. Right now, he's wearing ugly laundry and yellow pants at that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So I think it would be appropriate for the fans at Jerry World to boo this guy. I think they ought to give it to him. Give him hell. He's no longer a Dallas Cowboy, whether you're happy about that or not. But the fact of the matter is, he's a Green Bay Packer. I think you should boo him just like you would any other Green Bay Packer. Let's let him hear it. I'm going to be booing.
It is interesting. Jerry was asked this morning on 105.3 The Fan about the disrespectful parts of the negotiation. Not necessarily, Micah said, yeah, the video's not disrespectful. Other things were. Jerry had a chance to respond this morning.
Not at all. Not at all. I regret if he thinks there was to him. But I didn't get that feeling in any way during any of this deliberation. And it went on for quite a while, as we all know, but it went on beyond the stuff at training camp. And so that just is not the case that it was meant to be. In terms of the sensitivity of it, I understood that from the very beginning, and this was significant to all parties concerned, significant to Micah. Those feelings are always highly sensitive in that setup. And that's not to say that you aren't sensitive to somebody that just does that 3 or 4 times in their career. I do. But I've done it hundreds of times, literally.
Well, he has. And Jerry lives, and I don't know if Jerry lives in a different world, or maybe
he does.
We as fans.
He's in the billionaire world.
Well, that is a different world than the rest of us. But Jerry honestly still believes in his heart of hearts that he had an offer on the table that was a great offer for Micah, and, well, his agent told him to shove it up his ass. Well, and so, Jerry feels that way, so he doesn't understand why Micah might feel disrespected.
I wonder if internally Jerry will be booing. Publicly, he's just going to sit there and soak it all in no matter what happens. But what reception do you think Micah's going to get? That was a question asked of Jerry Jones this morning.
Well, I think, we've had numerous double handfuls of players that have returned to play for us, and players that have been with us a lot longer than Micah was. Micah, of course, to remind everybody, was here 4 years. Some of the players that we used the stories about returning to us were with us much longer than that. And so I don't think that this situation calls for a recognition. Micah's just getting started in his career. And at the end of the day, the Cowboys will have been a part of it, the initial starting of it.
But and he's absolutely right. I mean, he played 4 years. That's certainly not a career, and it's certainly not a long time. And so I don't know why everybody's getting all bent out of shape by not, welcoming Micah back. The hell with him.
Well, and again, as Jerry pointed out, it's not like this guy led us to 4 Super Bowls in his 4 years with the Cowboys.
Make no mistake about it, Micah is special, and we all know he is, and he can be disruptive. But we have huge amounts of experience with the anecdotes that we've seen used on us for the last 4 years. Right. And while he does make great plays, there is also a way to approach playing against Micah, as we know, because we didn't exactly win the Super Bowl during those years. So bottom line is, when I look at playing him, I think of trying to have him as an advantage when we were playing other teams over the last 4 years. And some plays it looks beautiful, but then other plays, especially running plays, you can wish you'd have had a different formation.
Mm-hmm. In other words, we're going to run right at that guy.
At him.
Like his agent told me to do, that's what we're going to do. We're going to run right at that number one.
And dude, that's the way to get it done.
Yep.
Micah is not good against the run. The Cowboys have not been good against the run, even when Micah was there. And again, it just baffles me, all the whining and complaining and crying when Micah was traded away. Jerry's exactly right. It wasn't like they were celebrating Super Bowls with Micah here. So, now you've got an opportunity to go out and rebuild this team and let Micah do whatever he's going to do out there. This guy is not the second coming of Lawrence Taylor.
Not yet. I mean, at what point will you say it? At the end of his career? I mean, you look at...
So you're comparing him to Lawrence Taylor right now?
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
No.
That's ridiculous.
Well, it's ridiculous is you just not giving the guy credit for the talent that he is. Everybody that gets compared to anybody along the route is compared to a great player they're projected to be like. And he is on that kind of projection. Does he, at the end of the day, at the end of his career, does it measure up to LT? We'll never know. But when you look at his start, where he's at right now, he is on pace to do Lawrence Taylor type things. And he is a game wrecker like Lawrence Taylor was. He was.
That in the regular season, yeah. I'll agree with you. Sure, in the regular season,
we can move the goalposts all we want.
That's not moving the goalposts. That's a fact. That is a clear-cut fact. What has Micah Parsons done in the playoffs? Not a damn thing.
Well, again, until he left or was asking for the contract, nobody ever blamed Micah Parsons for not showing up in the playoffs. It was Dak Prescott 1 against 22, which is why they lost. None of these guys with the star on their helmet has had any kind of playoff success, no matter how great they were.
Micah Parsons.
Including Micah Parsons, including DeMarcus Ware. You think Jason Witten. You look at all of the quote-unquote greats. Zach Martin.
You're exactly right.
All of them. All these Hall of Famers.
Sure.
Or future Hall of Famers. None of them have playoff success. None of them.
Yeah, you're exactly right. So whose fault is that? Is it all Jerry's fault?
He's the one constant. I mean, Jason Garrett, playoff record. Wade Phillips, playoff record. Chan Gailey, playoff record. Mike McCarthy, playoff record. I mean, all of them are that way, but that's every team that doesn't have any kind of playoff success or Super Bowl success. I mean, you can have a great career with no Super Bowl championship. You look at a guy like, I don't know, a Jim Kelly and a Thurman Thomas. They got there
4 times.
They never won
it, but they got there 4 times.
And forever they were quote unquote a laughing stock until you realize just how special that was. And unfortunate, and ESPN finally did the documentary on it. But throughout their careers, I mean, Jason Witten is a Hall of Fame tight end, right?
Sure.
What playoff success did he have?
He didn't.
Does that mean he's not a great tight end?
No, he's a great tight end. You're talking about a guy that's played 4 years in the league against a guy like Jason Witten, who had an entire career, or a Lawrence Taylor, for God's sake, who had an entire career. Let's wait and see what Micah is. So far, he hasn't really made a difference with Green Bay, has he?
4 or 5.
Has he done it? He's got 1 sack in 3 games so far.
Well, again, if you're just looking at sacks, I mean, you look at impact of Micah Parsons. And I saw a tweet earlier today from Todd Archer from ESPN, and it was the impact that Micah Parsons has on a defense. Now, this stat, granted, we're 3 games in. Let's see if I can find this fast enough. 63 games with Micah Parsons from 2021 to 24. The Cowboys had a 49.5% pass rush win rate. 3 games without him, 33.8, ranked 26 in the NFL.
Okay.
With sacks without, Green Bay's got one of the best defenses
They
statistically.
had one of the best defenses with or without Micah Parsons.
But their numbers are up this year compared to last with Micah Parsons. So, yeah, he only has 1 sack. He's getting attention. Other people are eating.
Well, that's what you kept saying here in Dallas when he was here. You said the same thing. Oh, it's everybody else is getting it because Micah's getting all the attention. Please. The Cowboys it didn't do anything with him. We'll see what Green Bay does with him. I'm not sold on Green Bay. Offensively, they don't have a lot of talent on that team offensively. We'll see. They've got a great defense, but they had a great defense already. So we'll see what happens. It baffles me that everybody wants to crown this guy as the best defensive player of all time.
Nobody has said that.
When you're comparing him to the best defensive player of all time, yeah, you are. You cannot compare that man to Lawrence Taylor. That's blasphemy.
I can, because that's what you do when you're comparing. What kind of player impact can he has? He's got that ability over his career. He could fall short of that. He might fall short of that. But when you look at his first 4 years statistically, against some of the greats, his numbers are in that conversation.
Oh,
they are.
Let's wait for a career. These guys did it for many years.
Well, they did.
You're talking about 4 years, and you're comparing. He's Lawrence Taylor.
I'm going to guess at 4 years in, Lawrence Taylor was at some point being compared to one of the greats. That's how comparisons work, right? That's how comparisons work.
A comparison and plays like are 2 different things. They are.
Are
okay,
they?
well, does he play like – I don't think he plays like Lawrence Taylor. I don't. I mean, watch the film and see what Lawrence Taylor did. Lawrence Taylor was a beast everywhere.
He was.
Micah Parsons is not that. He's not.
No, he's not a run stopper.
No, he's not.
But what did Lawrence Taylor, off the top of my head, 3 Defense Player of the Year awards, right? I think it was 3.
I'd have to look it up. Off the top of my head, I don't know.
I believe he won 2 Super Bowls.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
But when you look at stats, and you won't see it because you'll be at the game, but on TV, I'm sure on Sunday night, just like every Packer game, the impact of Micah Parsons and his numbers through 4 years, and he's right up in there with a category of 2 other legends, and it's Micah Parsons putting up those numbers.
Okay.
That's where the comparisons come from.
Again, compare him all you want, but when Micah Parsons retires, then we'll compare him to the greatest of all time. And that's what I just cannot believe that you want to it just baffles me that you want to put Micah Parsons in the same league as the best defensive player to ever play the game in Lawrence Taylor. That just makes no sense to me at all. None whatsoever.
Well, who would you compare him to?
Micah Parsons?
Yeah.
He's a one-hit wonder. That's what he is. He rushes the passer. That's all he does. We were just talking about, and Jerry talked about, if you run at him, he can't do anything.
Yeah.
He doesn't. He can't stop the run.
Yeah.
That's not Lawrence Taylor. Lawrence Taylor could do it all. People were afraid, physically afraid of Lawrence Taylor.
I think people are physically afraid of Micah Parsons.
He's 5 foot nothing. He can rush the passer. That's it.
And Myles Garrett. You know, you
Garrett.
saw all the attention Myles Garrett got. Micah Parsons is in that conversation. He's that kind of player. He's a great player, and it pisses me off that he's not wearing a star in his helmet anymore. But I don't mind Jerry getting rid of him. I've said this 1,000 times. I mind the timing of the trade, not the trade itself. But to say he's just an average Joe is unfair to Micah Parsons.
I'd say he's an average Joe. He's a good player. But when you start saying he and Lawrence Taylor are on the same level, that's when I got a problem with it, because he's got a long way to go before you can compare him, or he holds a hair on Lawrence Taylor's behind.
Careful.
Goodness gracious. What do y'all think? I want to hear from you if you're on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. Lawrence Taylor and Micah Parsons, same category? Please. It's a football Friday.
Yeah, relax, brother.
I can't relax. That irritates the hell out of me. But this doesn't. We're at Comalander Stadium. We got a big football game out here tonight. Madison taking on Churchill. You can hear it right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Our good friend, and yes, he is a good friend, Jason Minix, will have the call for you beginning at 7 o'clock. We'll continue on this football Friday from Comalander Stadium. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Riding I-10 with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6, KTFM Floresville, and everywhere at sasportstar.com. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home for Texas A&M football. Saturday afternoon at 2:30, the Aggies take on the Auburn Tigers. Presented by Just Punts. Pregame at 1:30 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
Bubba, what happened to that rich girl you were seeing? I'm still broken up about that. I really am. I think she was probably wealthy. All right. She had one boob.
What?
Now, there's an interesting detail.
She has one boob?
One boob. Laura, how many boobs do you have?
I have 2.
He's not interested. Go ahead, Bob.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass. Raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated. Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Hey, it's Rob Thompson here for Prize Picks. Let me tell you something. It is so good to be right. In Prize Picks, there's no better way to prove your knowledge than to play Prize Picks. And Dallas Cowboy fans, you know every game counts, so don't miss a moment of the action this season on Prize Picks. Make your picks on your favorite Cowboys every week and ride with the boys all season long. You got all kinds of play, all kinds of ways to go. Right now, Prize Picks is offering $50 in lineups. That's money you can play with. Use it and prove how good you are. Prize Picks. There's only one place to go. All you need to know is more or less. You can pick your players, you can pick your game, but we got the place for you. It's Prize Picks. And remember the code Alamo. Alamo's the one you need. If you put that in there, use the code Alamo for your $50 free play. That's $50 when you use the term Alamo. You know the game. Go play it in the right place. That's Prize Picks. It's so good to be right, and you're always right when you head to Prize Picks. Go get it today. Download the app, use the code Alamo, and you can come by and thank me later.
Make the break room on Pat Booker Road in Live Oak your football watching headquarters. Watch all the college and NFL games on the 17 HD TVs. The break room shows all UFC and boxing events with no cover. The kitchen is open daily until midnight with karaoke on Tuesday nights and a DJ every Friday with pool, darts, video games, a patio. It's more than your average neighborhood bar. So check out the break room at 8084 Pat Booker Road in Live Oak. Follow the break room Live Oak on social media for the latest specials and events.
Progressive knows we all crave validation.
Girl, you are not 37.
I would have guessed 27.
You guys are too sweet.
Sure. Dewy skin. Terrific.
Is something wrong, Ned?
Why would you ask? Just because today marks my 10th anniversary without a car accident or even a speeding ticket? But somehow, tonight's all about your skincare.
Wow. With Snapshot from Progressive, you can get a personalized rate based on how you drive. And that's all the validation you need. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliate. Snapshot not available in California or from all agents. Surcharge possible for unsafe driving.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hi, I got hurt in a wreck, but I don't know if it's really worth getting an attorney.
Don't worry, you called the right place.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7, and you don't pay unless we win. We recently secured a jury verdict for $210 million in a wrongful death case. So if you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Thinking about replacing doors or windows? Well, whether it's one, two, or all of them, for the best price and quality, I've got the company for you. Hi, everybody. This is Joe Reinagel from 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star for windows and door renovations. Call and compare. Whether it's a window or door project at home, or if you're a contractor, windows and door renovations. 210-284-7888. Offering a wide variety of designs, styles, and materials. Save more with window technology that helps maintain your home's temperature, making your AC work less and your electricity bill go down. They're also selling Anderson windows, and all of their work comes with a lifetime warranty. Get the best price. Call now, 210-284-7888. Proudly veteran-owned and committed to supporting our military community. For more information, look them up on Facebook as Windows and Door Renovations. Call today, 210-284-7888.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, the Washington Commanders have ruled out both quarterback Jaden Daniels and wide receiver Terry McLaurin. They're out this week when the Commanders take on the Atlanta Falcons. Ninth-ranked Texas A&M Aggies return to action after a week off. They'll start SEC play at home against the Auburn Tigers. You can catch that game at your home for Aggies football. San Antonio Sports Star tomorrow beginning at 1:30 with the pregame show.
This Sports Center update brought to you by Twin Peaks.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
on a football Friday. That's why we are live at Comalander Stadium. We got a big game happening out here, a high school variety. Madison taking on Churchill. You can hear that game right here on San Antonio Sports Star. Beginning at 7 o'clock, Jason Minix will have your call. It's going to be a fun Friday night.
Yeah, it's always high school football, our Quarterman Plumbing game of the week. Madison, Churchill. Ready to rock and roll.
Ready to rock.
District opener for both. One of the best players in the state of Texas will be on this field tonight. Wide receiver named Jordan Clay, who is committed to Baylor and has stayed with that commitment. And he's one of the rare players that will have 2 appearances in the Navy All-American Bowl.
Oh.
Because he was an underclassman ad last year, and he's been invited and accepted to play in this year's game. And I'm not sure how this kid's going to do it because he's got the Navy All-American Bowl, then the next week the Polynesian Bowl, which is played out in Hawaii. But he is going to graduate
Tough
early.
life.
Yeah, but but right now, and again, stud wide receiver,
Good
one
for
of the
him.
best. So I can't wait to see
Well, there you go.
Jordan Clay tonight.
Looking forward to that. No doubt about
Absolutely.
it.
Let's do the headline blitz.
This is Jason and Joe's Headline Blitz. 2 guys, 2 opinions, never enough time.
I was reading this story, and I thought, Joe Reinagle's not alone. And then Joe Reinagle sent this story about a squirrel that's attacking people in California.
Did that happen to me? You remember that story? It's been a while since I've told it. Out walking the dogs, there's a squirrel down on the end of the fence right there and just starts charging me. And I'm going, it's like you couldn't believe what the hell you were seeing. I was like, this squirrel's coming after me.
Uh-huh.
Now he ran on by after I screamed like a little girl. But after that, it was it was crazy. Damn squirrels.
Well, this one in California has attacked 2 people.
Yes.
And injured them.
And yes.
Yes. I mean,
bitten them.
Yes. Watch out for squirrel attacks.
I'm telling you, squirrels are nuts.
That's what they're going for.
Yes, I guess so. Damn, that scared the hell out of me.
You still have fears of squirrels after that.
You're damn right. I don't like them.
And that squirrel had no idea you were there. It was just running.
Dude, I'm not sure about that. I'm watching him. And, because you stand where how the fences are built, wood fence, they got a little shelf on the backside.
Yeah, shelf.
Well, he's walking.
The squirrel shelf.
Starts running on that thing, and it's coming right at me. And I'm standing there about a foot away from it, and I'm going, he's going to do something. And I'm like, that dude's still coming. He's getting closer.
And then
Here
you
he
scream.
comes.
And then you scream.
No. And I was like, that must have done it. Whoa! Scared the hell out of that poor guy.
Mm-hmm.
Damn squirrels.
Peyton Manning has lots of talents.
Apparently so.
And Peyton Manning gets to do what Peyton Manning wants to do. Because you would think this is planned, but maybe not. But he got up on stage at a country show and started singing a song. And I'm glad the audio sucks. I don't know if Peyton was good or not.
I'm not sure that he was. Singing an old Johnny Cash tune. So that's Folsom Prison. Is that I think that's
Folsom Prison
Folsom
Blues.
Prison. Yeah, that
Yes,
one.
yes.
So yeah, how about but yeah, Peyton Manning. It'd be good to be Peyton Manning these days. He can do whatever the hell he wants to do.
Exactly.
And he's a funny dude.
He is.
So is Eli.
Yeah,
they're funny guys.
Absolutely. This story is not funny.
No, not at all. But weird.
Well, there's a lot of moving parts to the weirdness of this story. The tragic, sad part is a 14-year-old girl is dead.
Mm-hmm.
She's dead, apparently, because a boob job operation in Mexico did not go well. Now, my first thoughts were, who's letting their 14-year-old go to Mexico for breast augmentation?
Or anywhere, for that matter.
At 14.
Yes.
Well, you can go to Mexico and get what you need done. Yeah, I mean, I would think here in the U.S., they would frown upon such things. So let's go to Mexico. And that seems bad enough. Then you find out, as you read the TMZ article, that the 14-year-old's mom, her boyfriend, was the surgeon. They both should go to jail. The surgeon is under investigation, and he's had his medical license in Mexico suspended right now. But I think mom and doc should be facing prison time for, one, performing the operation, but two, allowing that. That just seems so child abuse. But then the mom lied to the girl's father, the real dad, saying that she had COVID, and that's what killed her. But during the funeral, people were coming up and looking at her, and they realized, well, she's got things that she didn't have before. And, upon further review, they realized that, there was scarring, and I'm not sure how I have an idea of how they figured all that out. I just don't want to talk about it, but they were like, yeah, those aren't hers. That's not, I mean, we know our kid, man. She was flat as a board. What's going on there? And
you're supposed to be at 14, are you not?
And then they checked, and they saw the scarring, and they saw it's just an awful story.
Yeah, it's a horrible story, and TMZ has some. That's where I found that, or you found that article actually, and I'm like, man, that's just sad that a 14-year-old thinks she needs to have bigger boobs.
I mean,
yeah, sad story.
Well, and again, at 14. You're just starting to develop, or maybe you just realized, all right, it's not happening for you, right? But you don't fix it at 14. You get braces at 14. Fix your teeth first, and if you still need those after college, I mean,
you can make that decision then.
But to me, the mother here, along with the doctor. Now, if something went south during the surgery part, that is beyond the doctor's control. That's one thing. But even him doing that kind of operation on a 14-year-old, it to me is criminal. And whatever led to her death, they can figure all that out. But the mom, that to me, she should face criminal charges as well.
But doctors in Mexico are great. My sister-in-law got hurt at a resort down there and blew her knee out, and they had to do surgery right away. When she came back here to the United States, went to her doctor, they said, man, this guy did a fantastic job. And it was well done. So it's not that. It's the fact that the boyfriend's mother's boyfriend and 14 and
all of it.
And
again, and the other part, can I be mad at TMZ a little bit too?
Yeah,
from a journalism kind of ethics type question. In this article, they show pictures of the 14-year-old girl.
They do.
But they blur out the face of the doctor.
Yeah.
Why are we protecting the doctor and not the 14-year-old?
Because some lawyer told them to, I guess. It's the only thing I can think of.
I mean, now they name the guy, but his face, they make it where you can't just recognize him. But I don't need to see a picture of the 14-year-old and the protection there. I mean, I guess it's a little different than sexual assault and rape where they don't name victims, which is understandable. But I don't know why they put her picture everywhere and they protect this guy's identity.
Well, it could be, and maybe he's a Mexican citizen, and that has something. I
don't know. I just thought that was odd too on the TMZ article.
It is odd. Hey, it's Friday. Everybody, put a smile back.
All right,
on your face.
Here we go. Football
right,
Friday. Let's go.
Football. Let's go. We're going to talk a little college action because Lincoln Riley is crying about something, and I'm really don't know why. And schools are trying to figure out a way to make more money.
Of course.
Because players are playing. Well, this is a great idea, Jim. I think it is. It's wonderful. We'll tell you about it when we continue here on the Blitz live from Comalander Stadium. It's a Football Friday on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Argo Group delivers specialty insurance tailored to your business, backed by expert claims handling and global experience. As a proud local employer, Argo gave back to more than 20 San Antonio nonprofits last year. Visit argogroup.com. Argo, helping businesses stay in business. Argo Group offers a full line of specialty insurance products and services designed to meet the unique coverage and claims handling needs of businesses. As a local employer, Argo contributes to the San Antonio community too, donating to more than 20 area nonprofits last year. Visit argogroup.com to learn how tailored strategies and global expertise can support your business. That's argogroup.com. Argo, we help businesses stay in business.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
How about them Cowboys? We rise as one in Texas, sporting handed-down silver and blue jerseys. We come together for America's team every time they take the field. So let's share a round of Jim Beam and lemonade on game day together, because people are good for you, especially for us in Cowboys country. Presented by Jim Beam, bringing fans together across Cowboys country. 40% alcohol by volume. Copyright 2024, James B. Beam Distilling Company, Claremont, Kentucky. Drink smart.
Tomorrow night, live on NBC and Peacock, the Oregon Ducks
Spectacular!
take on the Penn State Nittany Lions.
With a massive play!
It's the Whiteout in Happy Valley, under the lights in prime time.
This house is rocking.
Don't miss Big Ten Saturday night, tomorrow 7 Eastern, live on NBC and Peacock. Here comes Saturday night.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. Quo, formerly Open Phone, gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. Quo lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place, so that you can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? Quo automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With Quo's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions, and use those insights to level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with Quo. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's quo.com/sports. QUO.com/sports.
You know, the Roo Pub is proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
Dallas Cowboys fans, come on down! It's AJ and Rob from the Morning Huddle, and you could be the next contestant on
The Stat Is Right.
Every week leading up to the week of the Cowboys home game, AJ and Rob toss out a Cowboys player and a stat from the upcoming home game. Passing yards, rushing yards, number of times Dak adjusts his wristband mid-play, or perhaps CeeDee Lamb mouthguard chews per quarter. Whatever. All you have to do is predict that stat, get the closest, and bam! You're headed to Jerry World with a pair of tickets to the next Cowboys home game. Think of it like The Price is Right, but instead of winning a blender, you get to scream, "How about them Cowboys?" inside AT&T Stadium. So study up, Cowboy Nation, and listen to the Morning Huddle to play. The Stat is Right, only on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. Listen to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star on your Amazon or Google smart speaker and just say, "Alexa, play 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star."
It is a football Friday here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagle. He's Jason Minix, and we are live at Comalander Stadium. Madison Churchill will get together and bang heads tonight on this field that you're looking at. If you're watching on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page, you can see what we are looking at right here. And it is a beautiful sight. Nothing better on a Friday afternoon.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, one, you're starting a weekend, and this is going to be a great weekend of football. A lot of great high school tonight. The college slate tomorrow is incredible. The best one of the season so far, but it's end of September. You know, September generally in today's world, you get good games on the opening weekend, and then you get the money games. And you know, here and there a top 25 matchup. Tomorrow is going to be a great day of college football.
You're exactly right. It's going to be a fantastic day, and I can't wait for that, including the Aggies taking on Auburn. Aggies kicking off SEC play. Obviously, Auburn has already got one loss in SEC play, but they're a tough team, and I expect that to be a good football game tomorrow afternoon at College Station.
Yeah, we'll talk more about that coming up in about 10 minutes when the voice of the Aggies, Andrew Monaco, joins us. Although I got a bone to pick with Andrew, so we'll get into that coming up here in a bit. Now, to start your day, you're going to have a USC game. Lincoln Riley. And I used to really like Lincoln Riley.
I didn't. He coached OU.
He did, but I used to like Lincoln Riley until he posted a photo of his brisket that looked more like beef jerky. And he was proud of that.
Yeah.
And my since then. Now the dude's whining about kickoff times.
I mean, we've tried to be aware. I mean, going from the, absolute latest kick in the country to the absolute earliest kick in the country has its challenges, but the challenge is like it is what it is, right? We don't make the schedule, and so clearly, and so we've had to adapt a little bit in the way that we prepared and how much that we've done, and even when you go back to, Purdue being a factor now, being so late and getting back so late, like it compounds if you're not careful. So we've tried to be mindful of getting our work done, but at the same time knowing that we need to take a fresh football team. We need to put a fresh football team on that airplane.
I saw that soundbite, and then I heard another story that, the expansion needs to stop, and this is a reason for it. You got West Coast teams having to travel and teams. And I'm like, yeah, please. Well, those are just excuses. And I tell you what, USC is going to play an Illinois team that should be really pissed off. I mean, they got whacked,
embarrassed
by Indiana last week. And Illinois' got a decent football team. USC's got a decent football team. I understand what he's talking about. You got to go out there on, difference in time zone. But look, those teams have to travel to the West Coast too.
Well,
and I don't get all the whining.
Well, but that's all you hear from Lincoln Riley at the University of Spoiled Children. Last week, remember, he put out a statement. It takes all of us, because they had a late start time. It was going to be dark outside, but you got to be there to root us on. The reality is they've got a hell of a good football team.
Sure.
Right?
Good quarterback.
And but you were at home, and yes, you played a late game. In a whole week later, you have an early game. Now, I get the whole time differences and those adjustments. There are some legitimate bitches there, but it's not like they played the last possible kickoff Saturday and now they're playing a Thursday night game, having to travel across the country. That would be a legitimate beef. Or a Friday game. I look at Arizona State. They played late last Saturday against Baylor. That was a late game. Those boys probably didn't get home till 5 or 6 a.m. And they play tonight against TCU.
Yeah.
And so I think Kenny Dillingham would have more of an argument because you're losing maybe a full day and a half. USC hadn't lost any time. It's not like they lost a day because they were at home. It's not like they went out to for this game on Thursday. They didn't, but I get the time adjustment, having an early kickoff when your body clock's going to be like, dude, we're kicking off at 9 a.m. But stop. It's not like you're going from late Saturday to an early Thursday kickoff.
You hear anybody else in the Big Ten complaining?
Sure.
I mean, because there's teams from the Midwest that have to travel to the West Coast and play. I mean, nobody else is complaining about it. You're in the Big Ten. You're in one of the best premier conferences in the country. Just shut up and play. Go play, put your team on the field, have them ready to go and win the game and go home, and then it doesn't make any difference. And I hope USC gets their asses handed to them by Illinois this week. I really do.
Well, and even like for Arizona State, at least they're at home this week, but it's a 6 o'clock kickoff. They're in Tempe. So, pretty early kickoff for those guys, but still, you know how the practice week goes, because they're playing on a Friday night.
Yeah.
You lose a day, and by the time they got back to campus, their normal Sunday schedule had to get moved up. Like I said, anybody that has a right to bitch, would be like a Kenny Dillingham or TCU, those that are playing Saturday to Friday.
And they're not bitching, are they?
No,
not at all.
Let's just go play.
They're going to go play football.
Yep.
So, yeah, stop whining, Lincoln.
Mm-hmm.
Goodness gracious.
Mm-hmm.
Teams have got to come up with some money, and I think this is a great idea. I really do. The NCAA is going to allow teams now to sell patches, just like the Spurs have.
Yeah, jersey patches.
Jersey patches. And I think it's a great idea, and it's an opportunity for teams to raise some money now that they're having to pay players and do all this kind of stuff. I think it's a genius idea. I'm hoping that the folks out of UTSA are already thinking about somebody that they can sell a jersey patch to, and I think it's great.
When you look at the variety of ways schools need to make money, or, with the revenue share model, jersey patches work.
Sure. Absolutely they do.
And I think everybody wants to protect. Just don't turn it into NASCAR. All right?
Exactly right.
Don't take the logo off the helmet to put HEB. Right? I mean,
I don't know how much are they paying.
Well, for one game. But a jersey patch I think is fine. Like the NFL does jersey patches on practice jerseys.
Sure.
Not on game jerseys. Yet.
Well, the NFL's in a different situation because they're making more money than they can count. But yeah, if it comes to it, it will. Hey, Jeff Traylor, I was noticed on his headset, he's got an HEB logo.
Oh, absolutely. Well, you look, Mike Elko says 44 Farms. I think it's AT&T on Schottenheimer.
Yeah.
Those are sponsors.
Sure.
But when you look at it, I this isn't a surprise, and this is going to happen because that should be easy ways for universities to be able to add some revenue, is to have a jersey patch sponsor.
And I think that it's an easy sell, I think, for the UTSA, for example, to an HEB or a Ancira or a Valero, whatever the case may be.
It is interesting when you look at it that it's got to make sense.
Sure.
And it would, like Ancira's on the field, but when you're playing, I don't know who's the next home game for UTSA, say Temple, and fans in Philadelphia, they don't know what Ancira is.
True.
Nor do they care.
Right.
A lot of sponsorships like that tend to want to be a little bit more of a national brand, or certainly with UTSA, you can get away with a regional brand because so many of their games are in Texas and HEB is everywhere.
Sure.
That's why I was always surprised that when Frost first became a jersey sponsor, all the people watching Wemby from France don't know what the hell Frost is.
They have no clue.
And even then, for Frost to spend the money to get their name on the building, to me, that was a bit of a surprise.
Well, they've got the money.
Yeah, they do.
You know, and they want to be involved.
Sure.
That's for sure. Speaking of being involved, one of the best in the business, Andrew Monaco, is going to join us next here on the Blitz. We'll talk some Aggie football. They're taking on Auburn this week here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Before we go, though, I got to tell you about a new company. And I love this company. I really wish you would check them out. They're called Windows and Door Renovations. Now, what I love about this company is they have quality products, but they're selling them for less. And they can do that because they're not out advertising all over the place. In fact, you want more information on them, you go to Facebook and look them up there, Windows and Door Renovations. And when you go to Facebook and you do that, you see all the stuff that they've done. They've got before and after pictures, and it's beautiful stuff, quality stuff. In fact, all of their stuff is warranted for a lifetime. Okay, so this is not a fly-by-night company. They are a good company, but they keep it down low so they can offer you, the customer or the contractor, the best price that you can get. It is fantastic, and their stuff is absolutely beautiful. You know, I was just thinking, if you're thinking about getting a new door, some new windows, now is the perfect time to do that. With the holidays coming up in just a little while, they'll be here before you know it. Get that stuff done, and when you have your family, your friends in town, they'll see all the beautiful stuff that you've had done to your house, and they'll be glowing. It'll be, oh my goodness, this looks fantastic. Again, whether you're a homeowner or a contractor, Windows and Door Renovations is who you need to check out. 210-284-7888. They offer a wide variety of design styles and materials, and I'm going to tell you what, it is quality stuff. Not only that, they're proudly veteran-owned, and they're committed to supporting our military community. And again, look them up on Facebook. You want to see the work that they've done. They've got pictures there. You just go, you look them up, Windows and Door Renovations on Facebook. Give them a call. They'll come out and tell you what they can do for you, and they'll tell you how much money they're going to save you. 210-284-7888 for Windows and Door Renovations.
The Fall Golf Classic is sold out, but the party's just getting started. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star invites everyone, yes, even if you aren't playing, to the official Fall Golf Classic after party happening Monday, September 29th at the Break Room Bar off Pat Booker Road. Mad props to this year's tournament sponsor, the law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, who hits back when life hits hard, and plenty of sports star love to Fly by Yingling and PPM Motorhomes too. The Blitz with Jason and Joe kicks off the party live at 2 p.m. So sneak out of work early, call it networking, and raise a glass with us. So whether you're playing in the Classic or just want to crash the party, you're officially invited to the Sports Stars Golf Classic After Party at the Break Room Bar off Pat Booker Road, Monday, September 29th at 2 p.m. sharp. Details at sasportstar.com. See you at the Break Room Bar. Golf shoes not required.
Have you or a loved one been arrested? Call the law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, and get the aggressive legal help you deserve. From criminal defense to personal injury, attorney Jesse Hernandez and his powerhouse team are ready to fight for your rights. Calls are answered 24/7 because legal trouble doesn't keep office hours. Call 210-807-8656 or visit JesseHernandezLaw.com. That's JesseHernandezLaw.com. The law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, has your back.
Pork rinds are the crunch time hero of the snack aisle. Low carb, collagen packed, and high in protein, so you can keep the energy high without the guilt. The PorkRinds.com Instagram will make a crunch time donation with each share of the Crunch Time Hero College Football Post, with each share equaling a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, a nonprofit dedicated to helping families dealing with DIPG, DMG, pediatric brain cancer. Share on Instagram today and grab yourself a bag of Southern Recipe pork rinds at HEB.
This sandwich, it's a complete game changer. Hello, this is Mike, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Pretzel Cheddar Club is that juicy chicken with that toasty pretzel bun. That bun, it's crispy, cozy, just amazing. With the pretzel bun, the Dijon mustard, and the chicken, it makes that sweet, savory kind of combination. It's everything that you love about food rolled into one. It looks phenomenal. It tastes great. It's delicious.
Order the Pretzel Cheddar Club with Cherry Berry and Sprite for a limited time on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonial.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation.
Groundworks, official foundation repair company of Texas Athletics.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
My name is Jessica. Years ago, I was diagnosed with a thyroid condition. I slept all the time, was fatigued, had no energy, and a bad attitude. Now I've lost 50 pounds and I'm still losing. My medications have been scaled back. My emotions are stable and I have lots of energy. People at work say I'm happy, perky, and my husband says he's not walking on eggshells around me any longer. The Institute for Functional Health changed my life.
Call for your complimentary consultation, 210-468-1891. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health.
Dallas Cowboys head coach Brian Schottenheimer goes one-on-one and has some fun with the morning huddles. AJ and Rob, Friday mornings.
I mean, literally, when we get done with games and whether we win or lose, my wife she's ready with some suggestions. You know, she'll give me 15 to 30 seconds in the car to kind of unwind, and then she's like, okay, you feel better? I'm like, yeah, I feel better. And then she just starts laying into me, like, hey, don't run the ball off the middle on this down, and don't do this, and get the ball to turf. And I'm like, wow.
Well, I am so happy to hear this, Coach. I'm so happy to hear this.
Something tells me Bill Belichick's girlfriend isn't talking football with him on the car ride home.
No, they're talking entirely different conversation, man.
Brian Schottenheimer's unfiltered look at the Cowboys' upcoming game. Friday mornings, presented by AA Best Bail Bonds on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
San Antonio is Aggie country. This is Andrew Monaco, and you're listening to the home of the Aggies, 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
And you heard it right there, the velvety voice of one Andrew Monaco. He joins us next year on 94.1 San Antonio Sports on a Football Friday. We're out at Comalander Stadium, and we're getting ready for a little high school football action. Andrew getting ready for a little Aggie action tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, that he definitely is. Although Andrew Monaco joining us on the Buyers Barricades guest line. I want to start with the congratulations. Happy anniversary, my friend.
Oh,
38 years. 38 years. Yeah. But, dude, I got a bone to pick with you.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
All of us understand the rule about football season weddings. And then I see you posting that 38 years ago, you were forced into having a football season wedding.
Yeah, we got married when we were 6. We didn't know. Yeah. Looking back, we did, didn't we? That was, September 26th of 87. I wasn't working for a team. And you know, if you're going to get married in Western Pennsylvania, the last week of September is a great time to do it. So, yeah, we lucked out. There were some members of the family a little upset. Yeah.
Well, I mean, venues are cheaper then because it's football season and we all know the rules.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Hey, the ones who didn't make it, they didn't make it. Just send cash or send me a present. That's fine.
Well, it's exactly right. And now you look at it, I'm sure Laura sometimes like, God, it would be nice to go on a cruise or go to a resort in Mexico for anniversary, but you have to work.
Yeah. Now I understand why Dave South retired. You know, he told, you know what he told me? He said, look, I'm not a slave to the schedule any longer. And he and Leanne, his wife, they've got the RV. And at the time he had a 3-wheel, but he loves going out to Big Bend and spending that time. And I don't think he was joking. As I think back, he's like, you know what? I'm not a slave, because he's got an open invitation every time. But, you know, he's never just hung around. Like, he's still here in College Station, and we get together about every month. But like, there's not this desire. He stepped away, and that was it for him. But it was important that he and Leanne would have that time. I know he goes back up to Wichita Falls and things like that. But yeah, maybe that's what I have to look forward to somewhere in the future.
I don't know. I'm glad Dave retired, because that's good for you. And you know, and I'm sure that the vacations when the schedule is not in season is pretty good. She knows what she signed up for. That's my wife always said. I know what I signed up for.
Yep. Great point. Yeah. I'm going to try to use that on her, Jason. See if I can get away with that.
Yeah,
good luck.
Hey, I wouldn't.
Good luck.
Okay, little piece of advice, and you know this. If you've been married for 38 years, don't do that. Just let it go.
No, it'll stop at 38, won't it, Joe? That'll be the last. That'll be the last one.
It will.
Yeah.
I'm just now getting out of the doghouse for forgetting the birthday. So, you know, I mean, you got to.
Are you really?
Well, no.
I didn't think so.
Really. She was pretty good about it, actually. So, well, you're old, Joe. I understand. It's okay.
Jason, that means he's going to pay for it somewhere down the line.
Yeah.
She's just waiting.
Yep. That one, she's got that card that will be played.
Keep that in the back pocket.
That's
yes.
That's it.
That's better than the reverse Uno card, baby. That she's got.
Andrew, you think about, man, what a great weekend. Your anniversary, and you get a great home game. At least you're not on the road tonight. You are at home. Auburn coming in. Aggies off a bye, Auburn off a loss at Oklahoma, but man, they played well against the Sooners.
I thought the two defenses were outstanding. Auburn's, I'll tell you what, it's hard to run against them, and it was funny because I think you were looking, saying, well, okay, good game against Baylor to start. And yeah, you understand that Ball State, and then you're taking on South Alabama, but let's see if Oklahoma can run on them. Nope, they couldn't. They absolutely could not. And I was just thinking about this. Like those great Auburn teams have always had a number of things. Great speed on the outside with wide receivers that you can't get the ball in their hands enough. A punishing running back, and I'm thinking most recently of a Tank Bigsby. Quarterback who's hard to contain. But I always felt that one of the differences was I always felt it was a defense that they played that you felt even on Monday like a punishing defense, and they seem to have that. And their D-line in years past hasn't been as good. I think it's way better, especially with their ends and their buck linebacker, and they've got some experience. But boy, I thought the two defenses in that one, heck of a test. Now Auburn's down a couple of people. I know they lost a wide receiver, but you guys know I don't want to say reload, but it's going to be an opportunity for somebody else. Horatio Field's the one that they lost, but boy, they've got Eric Singleton Jr., who can fly. He's a transfer from Georgia Tech. And they've got Cam Coleman, who he just beat the Aggies 3 times over the top last year. It's been a little bone of contention for the Aggies. That cannot happen again.
Andrew, I want to know how the bye week was. Obviously, the Aggies coming off of that big emotional win over Notre Dame in South Bend. They had the bye week. What's been the mood? What's been happening during the bye week?
So it was good. The bye week itself is really an opportunity. There's no Auburn. It's not like Auburn week that started this past Monday. So it's almost like a continuation of camp with drills. And Mike Elko was really he hit him right between the eyes. He said, "Look, great win. Like you embrace things like that. Excellent job. You guys now have 0 SEC wins. That's the reality of it. You have 0, and." You have to keep doing so. You know, we talked about Mike saying that against Notre Dame, you had to elevate during that week. Well, now it's got to stay at that level. And now you know what it takes to win a game like that against Notre Dame. And you both know that's what it takes to win in the SEC every Saturday. But they have that under their belt, right? And they understand. And sometimes that light bulb burns a little brighter when you realize, okay, here's all the work that we did, and this was the result we get. We can either kid ourselves and not do that same work, or now that we know that's what we have to do. So bye week, Mike said it was very competitive. They did a lot of 1v1, the first teams going together, and then they got away. And I think that's the big one, Joe. I really do. After Thursday practice, they didn't have to come back to Sunday. Okay, that's your little break. The key to me is always Monday. And Mike said that they were very focused on Monday getting ready for Auburn. He said, look, it all sounds great. We'll find out when we run out of the tunnel tomorrow. And he's honest about that. But, leading up to it, everything's been really good for them. Now what happens in the next 60 minutes of football?
It's going to be so much fun. And Andrew, you think about the win over Notre Dame and then a bye week, yet Aggies moving up in the poll, 9-10, depending on which poll you're looking at. Top 10 team, best team in the state of Texas right now. One of the best looking teams, quite frankly, in the SEC, in 3 home games. Just the overall mood when you're out and about there in Bryan College Station about the excitement level for this football team.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it is. And again, you have everything playing. You have everything there for you, and now this is where the SEC starts to separate, right? You can talk about the non-conference games, or if you have that test and you pass it, and even if you fail it, can you keep getting better? This is like, okay, that's that first quarter of the season. Now here's the next quarter, and everything is laid out for you. Those are your advantages. Can you take advantage of those? That here's the opportunity. Yes, they're all home games, but they become those tests of Marcel's going to have to continue to improve week by week. This is a defense that is going to have to get better. And they're not shying away from saying, hey, we got the win, everything's good. No, they're going to have to get better. There's going to be some people in and out of the lineup. There will be no Bryce Anderson for the Aggies tomorrow. He is going to sit out. Scooby Williams at linebacker now is a question mark, game time decision. But boy, did Damian Sanford play really well. Like, here come the opportunities for your team. So there is a lot of excitement. And Jason, when you're on that stage playing, on NBC at Notre Dame, you get noticed. Now, that can't be the high point of the season. And I think that's what Mike was trying to tell this team. That can't be your only high point, or you're going to be very disappointed when we get to the month of December. Can you continue to build on it? I think we've talked about the right guys coming back, that leadership, that experience. I'm not so sure the coaches have to say this to the players. I think the players are saying it. The leaders on this team are saying it to one another. Hey, you like that feeling? Let's do the same thing. Let's make those plays so we have that feeling at about 6 o'clock on Saturday evening that we put in a solid 60 minutes against Auburn.
I love, Andrew, that Mike Elko is saying the things that he's saying. I mean, you have no wins in the SEC because, quite frankly, I mean, let's face it, as big of a win as that was against Notre Dame, Elko's right. Now the real thing starts. I mean, that was all nice, and it's we can brag a little bit, but now it's the SEC play, and now you've got to really bring it every single Saturday.
Yeah, and it's Joe, to that point, that you don't get to Atlanta by winning that game in South Bend. You know what I mean? Like, the goal now, you want to be in the SEC championship. Notre Dame, a win there doesn't get you there. It's these games starting tomorrow afternoon. And this is one of those games. Like, this is a team that, I don't know if it's a chip on their shoulder, but look, they failed. If it's a pass fail last November in Auburn in 4 overtimes, they failed that test. They did a lot of good things. They did a lot of bad things in that game too. They fell behind 21-0. They end up playing 4 overtimes. The defense could not get that last stop before the game-tying field goal that put it into overtime. So Terry Bussey earlier this week was asked, hey, is this a revenge game? And Terry looked at the person asking the question and said, every week is a revenge game for us. And what he means is like, hey, we've got to wash that. We've got to get rid of that. And the only way to do that is to excel in those situations. But it's not just Auburn and then you relax and say, well, we beat Mississippi State last year, so we'll be good. And you know what? We beat Florida last year. So no, that's not the point. I think they're keeping that chip on their shoulder and that we haven't done anything. Yes, we can get a measure of revenge, but that's just part of all of this. Mike will keep you grounded in a good way. Coach Elko will do it in a very good way. And that's the good reminder. And I think that's a way of keeping everything in check. Because you guys know, they've been on campus. It's 2 weeks now. They've been told how great they are. What a great win that is against Notre Dame. Yeah, that first snap will bring you right back to reality against Auburn.
Andrew Monaco, the voice of the Aggies, here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star, where you can listen to tomorrow's Aggie-Auburn game starting at 1:30, brought to you by Just Pots. I'm curious, though, when you think about, I know the coaches aren't because they're focused and the players can't, but you as a broadcaster, this game national TV on ESPN, but over on ABC, you've got LSU and Ole Miss. And then, the night games. There's a couple of great games tomorrow night. I'm curious how much in the middle of your broadcast are you keeping an eye on that LSU score, knowing that you're going to be in Baton Rouge in about a month?
Yeah. It's our TV in the booth gets worn out a little bit. The remote, we've got to change it a couple of times, put those batteries in, because that's what happens. And and the scores will flash up in Kyle as well, and we'll start talking about it, or will reference a game that's going on. Tennessee, Mississippi State's a good one as well, Jason. To your point, it's a really fun Saturday. Like Mississippi State, is this going to be just a mirage, or are the Bulldogs for real? And they get that test against Tennessee. Yeah, we do keep an eye on it and know, okay, we're going to have to play. Like they pick off Florida 5 times in their win over the Gators, and you're like, oh, hold on a second. LSU's defense is even better than it was last year. And it was, I thought it was really good last year. Yeah, you do. You keep your eye on it because you're right. You know what your schedule is. You know what the slate is coming up, and you kind of want to keep an eye on everything. And how can you not want to keep an eye on Alabama and Georgia? How can you not want to keep – and even the games outside of the SEC, that's what I think makes college football Saturdays so special, is they can line up to be a day where it's nothing but upsets. It could be a line where nothing but great finishes, or even when it's just everything goes to chalk, it's still so much fun that you have so many storylines. And it starts early and goes late into the night. And again, that's why I think college football Saturdays are so special.
I tell you what, Andrew, and you probably do. I've known you for a long time, and you just got to pinch yourself sometimes to realize that you've got a job, and the schedule ahead of you is just going to be so much fun, and the drama that's going to play out in this whole thing. You just got to wake up smiling, I would assume.
Yeah, and Joe, I'm going to say this, but I don't want to say it too loud. Then they pay us.
Yeah, exactly right. Yes.
You're right, and I think all three of us have talked about this before, and all three of us understand this. It also makes it special when you're dealing with the people that you're dealing with day in and day out. And if I just focus on just this football team, to get to know them through our podcasts and being around them and knowing some things that they do that they help us with our broadcast, getting to meet them and to be around Mike Elko and his coaching staff. And then I have the very good fortune of getting to do this with a couple of smaller teams with basketball and baseball, and those relationships, when they all make it easier for you, well, it's even more enjoyable. And, again, I'm honest with you, Joe. I do pinch myself. Like God has smiled on me to put me in this position, and I will never, ever, ever take it for granted.
No, the old saying, our job is everybody else's hobby.
Yep.
You don't take it for granted at all. And, boy, you've got a good one tomorrow afternoon at 1:30 here on 94.1. Aggies and Auburn. Kickoff is at 2:30. Andrew Monaco, happy anniversary. Hope you have a great dinner tonight.
Yes.
And plan a nice trip in IOU.
You got it. Thank you so much, guys.
The football season wedding. Good.
It happens. It happens.
Andrew Monaco and all our guests on the Buyers Barricades guest line, where they provide traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond, online at buyersbarricades.com.
Hey, don't forget, because we haven't mentioned it in a while, on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page, we have a poll up.
A poll.
Yes, we do, and it is a big one, Jason.
Is it?
Yes. Do you think Mayor Gina Ortiz-Jones is doing a good job? Yes or no? And right now, the no's have it, 88% to 12%. And but if you haven't voted or you're just tuning in, head over to our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. You can vote in that poll. I got a poll that's staring at me. Every single day, Pledge. Every single day. That's what happens.
Spend way too much time in front of the mirror.
Yes, sir. Well, when it's beautiful, it's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? That's the way that it goes. We got a lot coming up here on the Blitz. It is a football Friday, and we are at Comalander Stadium getting ready for Churchill and Madison tonight, a game you can hear right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Jason Minix will have your call. Football Friday continues on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Before we go, though, I wanted to remind you about my good friends at Stevens Roofing. Love talking about Stevens Roofing, family-owned company, local company, and why that's important. Number one, they've been in business for a long time here in San Antonio, so that'll tell you all you need to know right there about the quality of work that they do. They are absolutely the best in the business, but it also tells you that they know exactly what the weather here in San Antonio does to your roof and how it can affect it. And look, summer's over. We're in fall officially. I know it's hot outside, but that's why we live here in San Antonio. But winter's coming, and we just never know. I mean, sometimes it's cold, sometimes it's not, sometimes it snows, sometimes it doesn't. You just never can tell. Now is the time to get your roof checked out and make sure that it is where you need it to be for whatever Mother Nature has to throw at us. Call Stevens Roofing and Solar. The phone number is 210-785-0994. Have them send a crew out to your house to check your roof. They'll do it for free, and make sure that everything's okay. Let them look at everything. Make sure it's sealed. Make sure it's secure. Make sure it is everything that you need it to be for whatever we have in store for us coming up this winter. Stevens Roofing and Solar, the absolute best in the business. That phone number again is 210-785-0994, or you can get them online at stevensroofing.net.
Riding I-35 with the Blitz.
Consultation. George gets justice. GetGeorge.com.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Big weekend of football, and Sunday the Cowboys look to bounce back. They return home for Sunday Night Football. They'll welcome in Micah Parsons and the Green Bay Packers. You can catch that game when you're home for Dallas Cowboys football. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Sunday night, beginning at 6 o'clock with a pregame show. Texans looking for their first win of the season. They take on the 0-3 Tennessee Titans. Kickoff from NRG Stadium set for noon.
SportsCenter is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
On a football Friday. Hope everybody's having a great Friday, whatever you may be doing out there and however you may be listening. We appreciate it. Here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, it is a beautiful day at Comalander Stadium, getting ready for a little high school football action right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, beginning at 7 o'clock. Madison taking on Churchill. Jason Minix will have your call.
Going to be a fun game tonight. One of the best players in the state of Texas on the field tonight. Wide receiver Jordan Clay from Madison. District opener for both teams. It's going to be a lot of fun. And if you're watching on YouTube, you can see the field right now.
Absolutely.
Field cam is up. There's nothing going on. We're the only ones here.
Still a little bit early, but it will pick up as we move on throughout the afternoon.
If you're watching on YouTube, we do have a poll up. Do you think Mayor Gina Ortiz-Jones is doing a good job? It's a simple yes or no question. And again, we've had many requests to have the mayor on.
We have.
And she's busy. But I just saw this San Antonio Current Facebook post. Mayor Gina Ortiz-Jones blames lack of data for falling short on 100-day agenda. Jones promised to streamline the review process for affordable housing, develop a home ownership program for frontline workers, and expand pre-K for SA enrollment in that time period. None of that has happened. She blames lack of data.
Lack of data.
Isn't that what she blames everything for? Well, she wants more data for everything?
I don't understand that. It makes no sense to me.
Now, this is from the San Antonio Current.
Sure.
So she's her first 100-day goal is Ophir.
Ophir, yeah.
Ophir?
Yeah, that's a pretty ambitious, list of stuff that she wanted to do in the first 100 days.
She's supposedly one that can go get things done.
Well, I mean, it would be nice if one of those things was done at least. I mean, if all four of them are out, that's not good, but pretty ambitious thing that she laid out there. Look, she's the mayor. Whether we think she's doing a good job or not, I hope she does a good job. But lack of data? I don't know. I don't understand what that means.
Well, again, and I don't know enough about city politics, and we try not to talk politics on this here radio program. It's one of our rules, unless it involves sports. Project Marvel heavily involves sports. And we know how that's gone for her. But there is an election coming up, and I'm still curious to see if she will actually openly campaign for a no vote for the Bexar County election in November. All this other stuff, maybe not. I live in the toy department.
I don't think she's allowed to, is she?
What?
Openly campaign against an election that involves Bexar County voters? I don't think that's allowed. Now, I don't know that for sure. But
I mean, will she actually say vote no, or do they have clever little sayings like her rally at City Hall? Because she can tell us she wants a deal all she wants, but her actions speak much louder than her whispered words.
Well, and they have. I mean, there's no question about that. They have. She does not want Project Marvel, and I think she's made that pretty obvious. It's going to be interesting to see that vote is just a little more than a month away. I mean, think about that. November 4th, we're knocking on October's door right now. So that'll be here before you know it. It's going to be interesting to see how all that turns out. And the Spurs are going to get out. I know our friends at KTSA are going to have a debate about that at some point in time.
They are October 10th.
October 10th?
So Friday. Well, we were invited to be a part of it. Then they realized, oh, yeah, you guys do a show at 2. That ain't going to work. But, I mean, because it is big for our city. How she speaks about it, whether it's openly against or basically words that are saying vote a different direction, versus we need this, please vote yes. All right. And I'm curious from the Spurs, not that they'll tell us now, but what is plan B if that vote doesn't go the way? And the Spurs are doing their due diligence and probably have a plan for if this happens or if this happens, how are they going to react to it? So like I said, it is interesting from that aspect about what's going to happen. But I didn't realize she had accomplished none of her major goals in the first 100 days. Or according to the San Antonio Current, the things that she said would get done in that time period, over. And, of course, not her fault. It's a lack of data.
I still don't understand what that means. I guess I'm just dumb because I don't understand what that means at all. If you want to do something, do it. What do you need data?
Well, I don't know. Rick actually is calling in at 210-656-ESPN with a pretty good question. Rick, you're on the Blitz, man.
Yeah, just going back to that lack of data points. There's some things that I guess you can get away with by saying you don't have enough data. You didn't do enough research, especially.
Sorry, Rick, we're losing you, buddy. I don't know where you're calling from.
Gina cut her line?
Maybe it was. Yeah. Gina's listening.
I mean, maybe. I mean, she has an open invite on this radio program.
Anytime she wants.
We have requested a gazillion times.
Yes.
Whatever that is. But we've requested and made several requests and invited her on the show. Now, during campaign season, it took all but about 3 minutes to get her booked on the show.
Well, and we did, and we had both candidates on that were in the runoff election at that point in time, and they both came on, and it was a pleasant conversation with both. But yeah, now I guess she's got the job. She doesn't need to come on.
Yeah, she's busy.
Well, she's collecting data. Apparently,
she's looking for it.
Or looking for it.
Because there's not enough of it out there, so now we got to go find the data. And she wanted more data on Project Marvel.
Yes, it's all about the data.
Again, right now on our poll, 89% say no, she is not doing a good job. Do you think she is or is not? Go vote on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page poll, because... Well, we're curious.
Well, and you know how we roll. We got to have at least 100 votes. We're getting close to that.
Yep.
Probably need more than that. So keep this thing going. San Antonio Sports Star. If you haven't been to our YouTube page, go there and like and subscribe and comment. There's a nice little community in there that like to make fun of us, Jason. I see Cedarwood in there. It says, I'm the type of guy that brushes my hair before I put on a hat. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't.
You always brush your hair.
Well, I mean,
sometimes you brush your hair and it's not working out right, so a hat goes on.
It's exactly right.
Joe doesn't have bad hair days, but when he does, he's wearing a ball cap.
You just put some gel in there and mix it with water, and it'll do whatever you want it to do. I got this thing down. I really do.
I mean, you got 63 years of practice. I'd hope you'd have it down at this point.
Of course, and I'm just thanking God that I still have it.
Yes.
I have that problem at this age.
RPPUSOB.
Yes, exactly right. So it's all good, and no complaints coming here. That's for sure. Football Friday, Comalander Stadium. This is a great place to be. And if you're watching on our YouTube page, you see the football field, and it looks fantastic. I don't know if there's a better picture, Minix, honestly, at some point in time. You're looking at a high school football stadium, especially Jerry Comalander Stadium. It's just a great place to be. That was one of the favorite parts of my job in TV was coming out and covering high school football.
Well, and what I love, where we are perched up here on the third level of the press box, is watching all the planes that take off and land, right? Because the airport literally is right there. I mean, if you turned your camera to the right just a little bit, people too could watch the planes land.
Well, would they? Do they want to see the planes land? I'll move the camera.
I'm always fascinated by all the different airlines, and sometimes you see planes, and you're like, what is that? And then, of course, the amount of private jets that land, because you don't think about the number of private jets. And, Sunday, that's going to be us on the private jet going up to Jerry World.
Sure will be.
Yeah.
What did you say, about 37 minutes to get to Arlington?
For the Giants game, it took 32 minutes to get there and 38 minutes to get home.
That sounds fantastic, actually, and I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to a good football game once we get there.
Well, and I'll tell you now, when you're tailgating in the sky, don't nurse your drink.
Oh, I won't.
No.
I don't nurse drinks.
No, I know.
You know me better than that.
But, you got 30 minutes, and so now you get one when you get on the plane and you get ready for takeoff, and then
once you take off,
then you get another.
You got to wait till you get to 10,000 feet.
No, dude, it's private.
It's private, huh?
Yeah, you do have to put your tray table away, though. It's not really a tray table; it's a table that folds out.
Sure,
but you actually have to put that away for takeoff.
I'm really looking forward to that trip on Sunday, and I'm looking forward to the football game, Jason, because I think it's going to be a better game than a lot of people are giving it credit at this point in time. I honestly do, and I don't know what makes me feel that way. I just think that the Cowboys are a better football team than they showed in Chicago on last Sunday. They're a better football team than that. Jerry Jones seems to think so, and Brian Schottenheimer, who was on the morning huddle this morning, seems to think so as well. We're going to visit and talk some Cowboys football when we continue live from Comalander Stadium on a Football Friday. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If you're a business owner, a manager, a club leader, and you need your logo in any kind of gear, make sure you get into Sammy's Embroidery and Printing down on San Pedro. You need your logo in any kind of gear, Sam will get you taken care of. If you're playing in our golf tournament on Monday or coming out to the after party at the break room Monday afternoon, you see everybody from 94.1 in station shirts and hats and what. It's all from Sammy's Embroidery and Printing, because that is what he does. All the big name brands, North Face, Eddie Bauer, Nike, Travis Matthew, Under Armour, Port Authority, to name a few. And now Sammy has a full line of Tommy Bahama gear. So if you need a logo on a Tommy Bahama shirt or a quarter zip or a jacket, go see Sam. Incredible prices, and that price does include the logo. If you need caps done, Sam has over 25,000 caps and more than 75 color combinations on display in his showroom. And he's got all the popular cap brands in stock, including the popular Richardson 112 style trucker caps, Katie caps, Nike, Cap America, to name a few. Over 700 uniform lines to choose from. If you need T-shirts screen printed, go see Sam. Nobody has better prices. No order too big, no order too small. Call 210-824-3900. 824-3900, or get into that massive showroom down on San Pedro, 1 mile inside Loop 410, right there across from McDonald's, or check the website, samsembroidery.com, for Sammy's Embroidery Club.
South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday night at 7:20. The Cowboys take on the Green Bay Packers at Jerry World in Arlington. Pregame at 6.
I like this kind of party.
Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam.
How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
These guys around the country made a fan page for us. So, Rico Suave, what is it that stimulated you about our program?
It's a love of the show, man.
What would you like to see us do more of, since you're a P1 listener?
Girls on trampolines during the break there, pre-K.
Man.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation.
Groundworks, official foundation repair company of Texas Athletics.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Tomorrow night, live on NBC and Peacock, the Oregon Ducks
Spectacular!
take on the Penn State Nittany Lions.
With a massive play!
It's the Whiteout in Happy Valley, under the lights in prime time.
This house is rocking.
Don't miss Big Ten Saturday night, tomorrow, 7 Eastern, live on NBC and Peacock. Here comes Saturday night.
Calling all Cowboys Nation in San Antonio. Game day isn't complete without the right look, and the Dallas Cowboys Pro Shop has everything you need. Whether you're headed to the game or watching from home, the Dallas Cowboys Pro Shop has you covered. Find game day staples like jerseys and hats to fan favorites like hoodies and jackets at any of our 4 convenient locations: River Center, North Star Mall, Ingram Park Mall, and Huebner Oaks Shopping Center. We're open 7 days a week. Find the best selection of Cowboys gear only at the Dallas Cowboys Pro Shop.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Turn things all the way up and find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy.
Argo Group offers a full line of specialty insurance products and services designed to meet the unique coverage and claims handling needs of businesses. As a local employer, Argo contributes to the San Antonio community too, donating to more than 20 area nonprofits last year. Visit argogroup.com to learn how tailored strategies and global expertise can support your business. That's argogroup.com. Argo, we help businesses stay in business.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
With Progressive, it's easy to reach customer service with our app, website, chat, or by phone. Because when getting help is hard, it's not help at all.
Little help. A little help over here.
Thank you for calling Bench Press Assistance.
What?
Due to excessive gym volume, all available spotters are currently lifting heavy weights off the chests of other bench pressers.
Seriously?
Please continue to hold, and we will remove the barbell from your chest in the order in which your cry for help was received.
Getting assistance should be easy. With Progressive, it is. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Monday on the Morning Huddle, we got 2 NFL games to talk about coming up and a weekend full of the past behind us, Rob.
But we still have Monday night. Bengals, Broncos? We'll talk about it, but you got to get here early. Party starts at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Mornings 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe on
Jason, good news for the Dallas Cowboys as they get ready for Sunday night at Jerry World against the Green Bay Packers. Deron Bland, full participant.
Yep.
Trayvon Diggs, full participant. Looks like they're going to play. Meanwhile, the Green Bay Packers are going to be without 3 offensive linemen, it appears. 2 of them have been ruled out already, Anthony Belton and Zach Tom. Aaron Banks is doubtful. He is a guard, and he is doubtful with a groin injury. So they've got some injury issues as well, do the Green Bay Packers.
They do. Cowboys, Packers, Sunday. Listen to it here on 94.1, starting at 6 o'clock, your South Texas home of Cowboys football, brought to you by AA Best Bail Bonds, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, Jim Beam, and the Davis Law Firm. And you think about Brad Jim on the call. He has seen it all through the years. He really has. And it's interesting because Micah coming home is the story. And what kind of game is Micah going to have? He said the other day it's going to be painful to sack Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott says hopefully not for Dak Prescott.
I hope it's not for me, and I hope he doesn't get to me for once. So
let's talk about facing Micah and y'all, please.
Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll definitely be fun. Yeah, it's one me and my fiance were just talking about the other day, and just all the reps of practice going against Micah, in times when he couldn't hit me, whether him getting back there, just the trash talk back and forth, me telling him, he wouldn't tackle me anyways. You still can't bring me down. You got to get to that point. So just getting to go out there and compete with a guy that's a good friend that that I've competed with in numbers of ways throughout this building, outside of this building. Yeah, just excited to go and have that matchup. But he's got 5 guys up front plus tight ends and running backs that he's got to get through. So then we'll worry about if he can get to me.
That is going to be a lot of fun. And hopefully, Dak's going to move around a little bit. I honestly hope that he doesn't get anywhere near Dak Prescott on Sunday night.
It almost feels like if Micah Parsons goes sackless, that is the win for the Dallas Cowboys. Get your mind out of the gun.
Micah Parsons is sackless.
You know what I mean.
I'm not sure I do, Jason. Not sure I know what you mean, but that's all right. Sackless Micah Parsons.
If he goes sackless, if he does not get a sack, that could be a win. Brian Schottenheimer this morning on the Morning Huddle, as he is on every Friday, brought to you by AA Best Bail Bonds. Talked with Rob and AJ about just how you deal with that Green Bay rush, including Micah Parsons.
Yeah, well, I think, first of all, thank you, number one, for saying that, because I've been saying that all week, and it's not to take anything away from Micah. We all know what a great player Micah is. But Rashawn Gary is a hell of a football player, too, and they've got incredible team speed. And the answer to the question, though, is, again, there's going to be a lot of people involved, right? There's going to be tight ends involved. There's going to be backs involved. There's going to be receivers involved. The tackles have to play well in this game because you can't keep everybody in and push the ball down the field. But again, it's a process, and I think the big thing for us is we want to be multiple with that, so that Jeff Hafley and his defensive staff in Green Bay can't get a fix on what we're doing. But what's been fun to watch as a football junkie like I am is how they're using Micah and the pieces and stuff like that. And that's a scary thought for the league, and it's something that will be, a little bit focused on is how they want to move him around and use him with Rashawn. But very, very talented team, very, very talented defense coming in here, and it's going to be quite a challenge.
It will be a challenge, but I think the Cowboys are up to it. And again, I'm not predicting a win by any stretch of the imagination. However, I think the Cowboys will have an opportunity to win this game because I honestly believe they're going to keep this game close.
I'm going to hold you to that. And in fact, you guys in the listening audience will have to take us on the honor system. You heard what Joe just said.
Yeah.
We'll be sitting next to each other at Jerry World. I'm curious in the first quarter if you're still going to feel that way. At the end of one, I'm going to turn to you and say, how you feeling?
Well, we may even put that on camera and put it on the social media. I mean, one way or the other. Yeah.
And I say that, but I'm thinking about sobriety and I don't know.
First quarter, I'll be all right. First quarter. Now after halftime, no, there'll be no on-camera work. But yeah, before the first quarter, I'll be fine. I'll be either really pissed off or very happy, one of the two.
I'm just thinking about the sobriety aspect of life. It ain't Southwest that you're getting on where it takes forever to get that first drink.
Well, that's true.
I'm just saying. So I mean, we'll see. I won't make a promise, but just knowing the honor system, I wonder if Joe's going to feel as confident at the end of the first quarter. Now, part of my is how bad the Cowboys defense looked last week. And I've said all season. I don't expect much out of this Cowboys defense. I expect a lot more out of the Cowboys offense. They scored 14 against Chicago, but they did turn it over 4 times, and you do have to factor that in. But 14 points. I expect the offense to be better, whether Micah Parsons is on the other side or not. But that defense was so bad against Chicago. And everybody's talking about communication. Well, the boys asked Shotty this morning how they're working on improving that defensive communication.
Our communication has not been good enough. So what do? Well, as a coach, you make
Captain
changes.
Obvious.
And one of the biggest changes we've made is we're now doing more meetings with the linebackers in a room with the safeties and corners and nickels, and they all sit in little pods. And when the play runs, they're talking and they're saying, hey, okay, here's the call. It's base 3 and okay, close left. And okay, then the receiver goes across. Okay, rip, Roy, whatever it is. And to hear these guys, to force these guys to communicate, because if you can't communicate in a air-conditioned room, sitting in comfy chairs here at the Star, then how are you going to do it, when it's moving faster and it's rolling in front of 75,000 screaming fans? And the answer to that question is you can't. And so that's been the main thing for us. And I really feel like, we're trying to tighten some things up, simplify some things so we can play fast. And we need to play with confidence. And I get right now our guys are, like, man, we just got to stop the bleeding a little bit. But the only ones that can do that is us, ourselves. And I love that. That's why I've got grit tatted on my wrist or on my hand, because it takes tough guys to play and coach this game.
I'm glad he said tat on his hand. I wasn't sure where he was going with that, but that's that's good. I liked what he said there. They got to play with confidence, because in Chicago, they had none.
No.
They had no confidence, and they didn't know, like they knew where the hell they were supposed to be. And so that's a key part. And look, I think you got to go into this game against Green Bay confident and ready to go, regardless of what happened. Forget about it and just focus on this week. And I expect to see something different out of Eberflus's defense this week. I expect to see something that we haven't seen before, as a matter of fact. If we don't, I'm going to be disappointed.
My friend Rudy Ramon just texted and said, slap Joe on his head. He done went goofy.
What?
I mean,
everybody thinks.
I'm curious what you're smoking too, where all of a sudden you got confidence in this Eberflus defense. They got to go prove it to me. And I hope that their pride, their manhood, all of that has been insulted to the level that that every show they're going to put up the picks. And everybody's going to be on Green Bay.
Sure.
Everybody's going to be on Green Bay, whether you're talking about Get Up or First Take or the NFL Network show, the Fox show, everybody. And I hope Cowboys media is taking screenshots of all of it so they can have the I told you so tweet like you see when that happens. And like Mike Greenberg told us yesterday on the Blitz, when Greeny was on with us yesterday, every time you see this, it doesn't go that way. And that's the only thing that gives me a little bit of hope for a win. And even then, you're talking about keeping it close. I'm talking about, could look at it as a win if you get Micah to be sackless through a game.
He is sackless. Look, dude, I'm you know me, and I'm getting accused of being a Cowboy fan on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube
Ain't nothing
page.
wrong with that. Welcome,
and it's okay, but
you're a great American.
I can say that because I'm not a Cowboys fan, and I'm saying this because I truly believe it. And everybody can say, look, everybody thought Baltimore. They all picked Baltimore the other day against Detroit.
Yeah.
And what happened? Detroit wins that football game. Again, we all thought the Cowboys were going to whack Chicago last week. And guess what happened? Chicago whacked the Cowboys. It's the way the NFL is. Every time you think something is a sure thing, it's not. And that's why I have a good feeling about this game. Again, am I going to pick the Cowboys to win? No. But I think they will keep this game respectable and they will have an opportunity. If they win, that's just a cherry on top, and I'll lose the game. But I will show all of you that this is the way that it is in the NFL.
Again, it would be Cowboys every year win a game they shouldn't win, lose a game they shouldn't lose. It would be that game. And for me, how many sacks is Micah going to get? I expect him to have a sack. In fact, put your money where your mouth is. I've already done a pick'em entry for Sunday's game where they've got Micah Parsons. I've got him higher than half a sack.
I hope you lose that bet.
I love winning money, so I don't. I expect him to at least get a sack, and at that point, I'm going to get some money. I've seen that Cowboys defense as well. I've got Jordan Love higher than 234.5 passing yards, and Brandon Aubrey higher than 1.5 field goals, because Cowboys get near midfield. They are in field goal range because, football season is in full swing. Underdog is the best place to get in all the action, make picks, win money, and you can do that, of course, here in Texas. Go higher or lower on predicted stats like what I've already got on one of my pick-em entries for the weekend. Download the Underdog app. Sign up today. Use promo code STAR to score $100 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. That's promo code STAR at Underdog. Make picks, win money.
Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
The Fall Golf Classic is sold out, but the party's just getting started. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star invites everyone, yes, even if you aren't playing, to the official Fall Golf Classic after party happening Monday, September 29th at the Break Room Bar off Pat Booker Road. Mad props to this year's tournament sponsor, the Law Office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, who hits back when life hits hard, and plenty of sports star love to Fly by Yingling and PPL Motorhomes too. The Blitz with Jason and Joe kicks off the party live at 2 p.m. So sneak out of work early, call it networking, and raise a glass with us. So whether you're playing in the Classic or just want to crash the party, you're officially invited to the Sports Stars Golf Classic After Party at the Break Room Bar off Pat Booker Road, Monday, September 29th at 2 p.m. sharp. Details at sasportstar.com. See you at the Break Room Bar. Golf shoes not required.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm. How can I help?
That guy pulled out in front of me out of nowhere. The police are on their way, but I'm really shaken up.
Don't worry. We're going to get you taken care of. You made the right call.
I'm Jeff Davis. If you've been hurt in a car, truck, or 18-wheeler wreck, call Davis Law Firm at 444-4444. We're ready to help day or night, and there's no fee unless we win.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. Quo lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? Quo automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With Quo's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions and use those insights to level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with Quo. Quo, no missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's quo.com/sports. QUO.com/sports.
You hear that? That's Mike sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. That's because Mike was smart this time. He took ZQL Ultra to fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and get the deeply restorative sleep he needs. So now he wakes up refreshed and ready to conquer Mondays.
Let's do this Monday.
ZQL Ultra. Not for colds, just for sleep. Really great sleep. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
It's football season and nothing beats fresh coffee, crisp air, and that locker room energy. Hey, it's Rob reminding you that Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit is just a phone call away. From Selma to San Antonio, it's luxury pet care for your four-legged MVP. With over 17,000 square feet of pet paradise, more than an acre of play outside, plus training and spa treatments, this is stadium fun for your furry family members. Call 210-750-1298. Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit, where every pet's a champion.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-743-8080. That's 1-800-743-8080. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-743-8080. That's 1-800-743-8080.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
Hey, Cowboys fans, want to kick off tailgate season with a Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, Rowdy, and a Dallas Cowboys legend? Stop by the HEB Plus, located at 4100 New Braunfels Avenue in Macrelas Market, San Antonio, from 9 a.m. to noon on Sunday, October 5th. You'll even have a chance to enter to win tickets to an upcoming Dallas Cowboys home game, as well as tour the Hall of Fame bus and more. Don't miss out as we roll into town for the Dallas Cowboys tailgate tour presented by HEB.
San Antonio Sports Stars 50K Pro Football Pick'em giveaway is back. Head to USASportsStar.com and pick the winners of each pro football game every week to earn points for each correct pick. Highest points each week wins a $25 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. Highest points overall scores $1,000 worth of tickets from A Awesome Tickets. Pick the winning ticket of every regular season game. Win the grand prize, $50,000. This is an audience national contest across multiple markets. The 50K Pro Football Giveaway. Register and win at SASportsStar.com.
On a football Friday, this is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star live at Comalander Stadium, where will be the site tonight of the Churchill Chargers and the Madison Mavericks butting heads. Jason Minix will have your call right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star beginning at 7 o'clock. And, Jason, we've got a poll up on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page now with 101 votes. Do you think Mayor Gina Ortiz-Jones is doing a good job? The yeses are 10%. The no is 90%. Whew. That's rough for Mayor Ortiz-Jones.
I am curious about the 10%, but in fairness, I pay attention to Project Marvel.
Yeah.
And some of the other stuff that's going on, admittedly, I'm not fully up on, but I'm not really sure what she has accomplished at this point. If you know, you can always comment there on the YouTube page. Go to the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. Vote in the poll. You can tweet us at Joe Reinagle 210. Tweet at me at Jason Minix. Now, that said, the San Antonio Current has a Facebook post and an article, a link to the article today, that says San Antonio Mayor Gina Ortiz-Jones blames lack of data for falling short on her 100-day agenda. According to the San Antonio Current, Jones promised to streamline the review process for affordable housing, develop a home ownership program for frontline workers, and expand pre-K for SA enrollment in that time period. None of that has happened, according to the San Antonio Current. So I'm thinking, all right, I've been following along with Project Marvel and what all has gone on with there, where she's looking for more data, didn't want to move forward with the term sheet because she needed more data, but now she's blaming lack of data on why she hasn't accomplished her main goals of her first 100 days in office.
No data.
No, lack of data.
Lack of data.
Well,
who's responsible for getting data?
Well, I would think the mayor.
You would think.
I mean, I'm responsible for at least trying to get it there. So I'm not really sure, because she says she wants a deal when it comes to Project Marvel. But she whispers it. She whispers that. She's not screaming it from the mountaintops that she wants a deal. But then she showed up at a rally that was anti-Project Marvel. And again, she didn't say anything, but they were all holding signs about no public dollars for a new Spurs arena. So what she says and her actions seem to be two very different things.
Yeah, I wish she would come on our show and explain herself. I really do. It would be kind of nice just to get some answers for the people that, maybe this would change the poll. I don't know. It couldn't hurt.
Well, now we've invited Mayor Gina Ortiz Jones on this show many times. Pledge is telling me on the phone lines right now is fake Mayor Gina Ortiz Jones.
Okay.
All right.
Hi.
What's up, fake
guys.
Mayor?
Go Spurs, go.
But Mayor, it's so nice of
Jordan and
you.
Bo.
Fake Mayor, it's so nice of you to join us today.
It's Jason and
Yes,
Joe.
Yes, I'm very busy. You're lucky I'm here. Mm-hmm.
Yes, so we're grateful that you've taken the time.
I know.
Lack of data, according to the current.
Right.
What's the problem with finding your data?
Well, look, I got 100% of over half of the 17% that came out to vote, and that's really good. So you guys need to work on your polling, and it's not fair.
Take that for data.
On our YouTube page right now, do you think Mayor Gina Ortiz Jones is doing a good job? 90% say no. So, fake Mayor, you got 90% of people unhappy with the work, fake Mayor.
It's just another fake poll, and I don't pay attention to that. I pay attention to what San Antonioans really want.
And what is that?
And we can get into that. We can talk about a lot of things that we're working on for the city that's going to benefit the city. And we can talk about Project Marvel because I want that deal. I want a deal.
So fake Mayor, Project Marvel. You want a deal? What are
Right,
you doing to ensure a deal?
Yeah. No, Project Marvel, I'm not against it. I just honestly think it would look better in Austin. That's all. No big deal.
Austin, wait.
It's a big deal.
Mhm.
It's a big deal.
I love Austin.
Do you now?
Sometimes when I'm driving up, sometimes when I'm driving up to Austin, I stop at Boosie's on the way. You guys ever been there?
But never been to Boosie's.
Yeah. I'm not sure if you're talking about Buc-ee's or the flea market that used to be on the way to
No,
Austin. And
no.
a lot of people seem to think you would rather have an office up there with a statewide spot, but that doesn't mean you can take the Spurs up there before you get there.
Look, just because the breakfast tacos are better and the river's cleaner and bigger, that doesn't mean that I necessarily want to live there. I love San Antonio, and I want to do what's best for San Antonians.
And what in your mind is best for San Antonians?
Well, there's a lot of things that, we're working on for the city. One of the things we're going to do is we're going to ban alcohol sales on the Riverwalk. We're talking about doing that.
Yeah, that's
we
not
want
going
to
to fly.
move Fiesta to January or February and cut it down to a couple of days instead of a couple of weeks because nobody has that much time to, Another thing we're looking at doing is we want to take the dashes out of HEB and make it easier to say because San Antonioans prefer to say HEB over HEB.
Heb.
Okay.
Do they now?
Okay.
Do they now?
Now, is this the data
Well,
that
yeah,
you've
I'm the
received that
mayor.
tells you this? Yes.
Take that
the
for
data that you're working on.
100%. I'm the mayor. I won the votes. The people wanted me. So I'm making the decisions here.
So, fake Mayor, I've got to ask you, why didn't you get anything done in your first 100 days? What is this data stuff?
Well, look, we're working on things. Look, I want the deal. Okay, we're working on a lot of things. Like, yes. Hello, is that an echo? Hello.
No, that's
we're working on things like Market Square is one of the things we're working on. Market Square is not even a square; it's a circle. So we're going to change it to Market Circle. Another thing we're working on is replacing the North Star Mall boots with Uggs to be more modern because nobody really likes cowboy boots. I know you guys are laughing and you think this is real funny, but this is very serious to me and to San Antonians.
I mean, look, fake Mayor, I'm with you, but wouldn't chanclas be better than Uggs?
What are those?
I mean, you did go to John Jay. You know that.
I did. Listen, guys. Look, I want the deal, and I want the Spurs to stay here. But honestly, the Las Vegas Raiders are also silver and black. And how cool would it be if the Spurs played all their games in Vegas? Because who doesn't like going to Las Vegas?
I love going to Las Vegas, but I don't want to go see my NBA team in Las Vegas. I think we need to keep them here in San Antonio and downtown as a part of this great new Project Marvel.
Well, that's great, but if the Spurs do end up leaving, that's fine. We'll just bring back the Silver Stars because everyone liked them better anyways. Okay?
Really?
Yes.
Yes.
Are you going to build them a new arena downtown?
Well, listen, if Project Marvel does get built here, because I want a deal. I want to propose. Yes. I want to propose we increase downtown parking rates to fund erecting a golden statue in front of the new arena that celebrates a legend that Spurs fans will love and who loves the Spurs. Me. I want a golden statue of me in front of the new Project Marvel arena. Yes, because I am making this all happen because I want a deal.
Wow.
Fake mayor.
It sounds like you do want a deal, but not for San Antonians, for somebody else.
I disagree. And last but not least, Spurs Jesus, we're looking at banning him from all future Spurs games because he's not very nice, and he's not as big of a Spurs fan as I am. Go Spurs, go!
All right, fake Gina, fake Mayor Gina.
Thank you.
This was random, but entertaining. I almost didn't even take that call.
I'm glad you did.
Well, guys, I'm busy. I got to go.
Okay.
Thank you, fake mayor.
Yes. It's Friday.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, normally, I mean, Pled said put it through. But I almost didn't do. I'm glad I did, and then I almost didn't let it go very long. But I don't know who that was.
No, not sure.
But that was.
She had the whisper down perfectly. So
happy Friday.
Are we sure that's a fake mayor?
You think that was the real mayor?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Take
I don't think so, but.
Frank Valdez on our YouTube says that was AJ. I don't think that was AJ. I don't think that was AJ.
No, I don't think so.
I honestly have no idea who that was.
I'm not sure who it is either, but
and that certainly wasn't planned.
Well,
but
it's nice to have at least a fake mayor. We can't get the real thing.
Well, and I don't know that the fake mayor was too far off on the comments than what the real mayor was thinking. Not that she would say that, but again, her actions speaking louder than her words. What she says versus what she thinks. I think fake mayor there probably had a pretty good inside track to her mind, things that she is thinking, not necessarily what she says. Kind of like what we do sometimes with Jerry Jones. This is what he said. And we think this is what he means.
Well, she wants a deal.
Do we got to stop? That's so freaking creepy. That is so creepy.
She wants a deal. I want a deal.
I called up Caitlin.
Oh, stop, Pledge.
Oh, that was creepy.
Pledge. No.
Well, I think you know what the fake mayor Gina was. I think is on track with the real mayor Gina. She'd rather be in Austin. Silver Stars back here, Spurs in Vegas. Who knows? She doesn't want them here. I think that's pretty obvious.
I mean, and again, I would love to ask the real mayor this question because even on her little short TV deals that she does every week, seemingly with KSAT and with News 4. And they're not always all about Project Marvel, although according to the San Antonio Current, she hasn't accomplished a damn thing in her first 100 days. The idea here that she says she's a Spurs fan. All right, cool. She wants a share of revenue, which is stupid. It's stupid to even ask. right? What I mean, does she want a share of revenue from Frost Bank and Valero and
every new business
the Valero Texas Open?
Yes.
You want to share of the downtown Marriott revenue? That's just a dumb ask, right? You want a share of our revenue from the radio station? Again, that's a dumb.
That ain't happening.
I want a share of that too, but
yeah, right.
That's a dumb ask, right? And she's not dumb.
No, she's not.
She wouldn't have accomplished what she's done if she was. And I think about where she made it within the military. And when you're at that high level, you walk in, people stand at attention, you say something, and it's yes, ma'am, and it gets done. That's not the way city politics work. And I'll go back to something that April Ann Sierra said on a podcast about 2 weeks ago. I don't know that this mayor actually wanted this job.
I don't think so.
She tried for 2 other statewide elections and lost both of those, and then ran in San Antonio. And in a runoff with very low turnout, she got 54% of, 17% of our population went and voted?
So is this a stepping stone for her, she feels like?
Well, again, if it's a stepping stone, don't you kick ass in this job and move up?
Well, you would think so.
I mean, how do you...
But see, Jason, here's the deal. She thinks that she is kicking ass. Okay?
Is she?
Well, I think she does, because you're against Project Mar. You're for the people. Those big Spurs, they've got deep pockets, and I'm for the people. Yes, I honestly think she is thinking that she is kicking ass. Now, she's lost every vote that has been taken and didn't get a thing done in her first 100 days. But other than that, she's for the people.
Yeah, I mean, and some of her ideas are great. And
they are?
I mean, some of the things that she wants to do, I'm down with. I think we all are. I mean, improving some aspects of life but also you got to be aware that, like, the money for Project Marvel can't be used for those things. It's coming from the state. It's earmarked for. And if it doesn't get used here, that money is going to be used at a convention center or something in Pick a city, Killeen, Austin, Lubbock.
Killeen.
It could be.
It could be.
Yeah, I mean, that money is for venues.
Well, again, we're standing for the people against the big bad Spurs who are rich. They can afford to build it themselves. That's what they say. But it's a partnership, my friends. It is a partnership, and we are partners with this basketball team. And the sooner people realize that, and if we lose them, all of those things that she wants to do are still not going to get done.
No.
So it's just it's a losing argument. Please go out and vote November 4th.
Absolutely.
In favor of the revenue stream from Bexar County and the hotel motel tax and all. Just go vote. Go get it done.
And speaking of voting, go vote in our poll on the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. Do you think Mayor Gina Ortiz-Jones is doing a good job? Fake Mayor Jones, whoever you are, thank you.
Appreciate you calling.
That was entertaining for me, and it seems like most of the people on YouTube liked it. Some thought you sucked. But either way. And for the real mayor, your extended invite is still there. We would love to have you on the show. At some point, hire a PR person that will keep their job so we can get you booked.
Well, that would be nice, too. Yeah. That would be nice. And we hope that you do come on because, well, you're welcome here. Because we want a deal.
And we're friendly.
We want a deal.
We're friendly.
We're very nice.
We are.
We are.
Dude, it's going to be a great weekend of college football. You think about the early window, so many great games. The night window, Saturday night, great games. Then on Sunday, no better place to go watch any of those games than at the Roo Pub there at 281 and Redland Road. The best place to go watch any big game, any big fight. And when you get into the Roo Pub, go hungry. The food, fantastic. They've got the biggest and best wings in town, about 15 different burgers on the menu. Love the fried shrimp there. Pledge tells me the salads there are wonderful. Great appetizers. And, of course, all the beer you want. Full bar. Game room has the best darts area in town. Indoor cornhole. Get into the Roo Pub. Happy hour weekdays from 11 to 6. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant, the Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
6 for 6, and the Aggies have the lead.
Your home for Aggies football. KTFM Floresville. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home for Texas A&M football. Saturday afternoon at 2:30. The Aggies take on the Auburn Tigers. Presented by Just Punts. Pregame at 1:30 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Connecticut water systems are the best of the best. I personally have one in my home. All those other water softener systems out there are junk in comparison.
For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink. $400 off with trade-in and 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit. Call Connecticut of San Antonio and the Hill Country. 210-656-PURE.
Check them out at ConnecticutSA.com and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
License number 38961.
Make the break room on Pat Booker Road in Live Oak your football watching headquarters. Watch all the college and NFL games on the 17 HD TVs. The break room shows all UFC and boxing events with no cover. The kitchen is open daily until midnight with karaoke on Tuesday nights and a DJ every Friday with pool, darts, video games, a patio. It's more than your average neighborhood bar. So check out the break room at 8084 Pat Booker Road in Live Oak. Follow the break room Live Oak on social media for the latest specials and events.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job in ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with a Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Got wrecked? Got a pain in your neck? Thomas J. Henry is your next call. Thomas J. Henry has put over $1 billion in our clients' pockets in just 4 years. And we can help you too. Just look at our over 14,000 5-star reviews. The numbers and our clients speak for themselves. So if you've been in a car accident, visit ThomasJHenryLaw.com today. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. Principal office in San Antonio.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-936-9033. 800-936-9033. 800-936-9033.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
When it comes to keeping your pumps running smooth, L&S Pump Repair has you covered. 24/7 on-site service for saltwater disposal and pump repairs. From Quintaplex to H-Pumps, they've got parts ready and the skills to get you back in the game fast. Need a whole new pump package? L&S builds custom skid packages too. Don't let knocking pumps or slow flow slow you down. Call L&S Pump Repair 936-853-3810. Keep your flow strong, San Antonio.
Free products and services are the best. They're next to non-existent, though. But the next best thing does exist. Barter. Alamo Barter. Right here in San Antonio, if you have a business and provide a product or service, you can barter with hundreds of other businesses that are already members. From trips to a medical visit, restaurants, and home services, Alamo Barter is a great way for you to trade out your skills with others. Call Alamo Barter or visit them online at alamobarter.com. alamobarter.com.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, the Dallas Cowboys look to bounce back this week. They do return home for Sunday Night Football. They're welcoming Micah Parsons to the Green Bay Packers. By the way, you can catch that game right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. You're home for the Cowboys starting at 6 o'clock with the pregame show. Washington Commanders have ruled out both quarterback Jaden Daniels and wide receiver Terry McLaurin are out this week against the Atlanta Falcons.
This Sports Center update brought to you by Twin Peaks.
Joe Reinagle.
That's the third time in 7 seasons. The San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is a football Friday. Happy to be out here at Comalander Stadium. Side of a big high school football game tonight. Churchill and Madison will bang heads at Comalander Stadium. Jason Minix will have your call beginning at 7 o'clock right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. This is the Blitz on 94.1. I'm Joe Reinagle. He is Jason Minix.
And on our YouTube page, you can go there, the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. We do have a poll up. It's pretty one-sided right now. Do you think Mayor Gina Ortiz-Jones is doing a good job? Simple yes or no question. But of all the comments there when we just had the fake mayor call in, which I thought was funny, I have no idea. So
it's Friday.
People are saying we need to make this an every Friday bit. Dude, call in, work that out with Pledge. I thought it was entertaining. But there was one comment that I do want to address. On our YouTube page, a guy named Joe says, question, did you all ask this to the public with the last mayor, or will you engage the public with politics the way y'all been doing this mayor? Just saying, I'm sure there's plenty of worse politicians we got here in SA, but we make segments to bash the mayor. Now, in all fairness, we stay away from politics on this show. I have, for the most part, since we started this show back in 2008. Quick story. I was doing an event, 2009-ish, Morgan's Wonderland. Henry Cisneros is talking to me and says, I listen every day. And I thought, yeah, you're full of it because, yeah, you know, and I was, quite frankly, surprised he knew who I was. And then Henry started talking about things that I said weeks and months ago. And I said, man, you really do listen. He's like, well, yeah. I'm in the meetings they're talking about because I said I figured you'd be listening to stations like KTSA. He's like, I'm in the meetings that they're talking about. When I get in my car, I like to hear about sports, my escape from reality. From that moment on, we try to stay away from politics unless it affects sports. But we've had every mayor on when it matters since this show started back in 2008, whether we're talking about Castro, I've got Taylor, and Ron Nuremberg on many times. And we've invited Mayor Gina Ortiz-Jones on many times. We only talk politics when it matters. Now, other politicians, when it's funny, like some school board dude named Chili Dog, yeah, we had that guy on too. We've had Judge Sakai on recently. But only when it matters
to sports fans,
or how it affects us as sports fans. Do we do a daily segment or a weekly segment on what's going on with this or that in the political realm? No. Do I think that the mayor of any city should go on any media outlet that invites her on to discuss an issue? Yes, I do. Do I say that just because it's me and she's not coming on our show? No, I mean, if Rob and AJ wanted her or any other station wanted to get her on, I think that's part of being a public servant, is talking to the public. And those that have jobs like these, our job is to ask questions to get the answers for the public. And it can't always just be your scripted rally with your supporters there with your talking points that you're trying to get the message across. So, but that's the one time that we will get into politics on this show.
Well, look, and the way I feel about it when it comes to Project Marvel, and that's why we're talking about it. And if you think we're bashing the mayor, it's not. All we're doing is talking about stuff that's already out in the media. I mean, there was a poll on KSAT. We're talking about that. She doesn't have a very good reputation, so to speak, or with the public. I mean, that's pretty obvious. She's talking about her 100-day thing that she hadn't gotten done because of lack of data. Look, people make fun of politicians all the time, but what I have a problem with the mayor is the fact that she doesn't seem to be taking this Project Marvel as seriously as I think she should, and I think a lot of people think she should. That's a problem for me, because when I look at this city that I've lived in for over 30 years and the future of said city, I think Project Marvel is a very important key piece to the success of this city and the businesses in this city. So I have an issue with the mayor, and I'm going to call her out on it. And if she wants to address and debate me or Jason or anybody else, she's more than welcome to do so. But I think she's doing the city a disservice. And so I'm going to call her out. And if you think that's bashing her, you have every right to think that. I'm calling her out on it because I think she's making a huge mistake when it comes to Project Marvel. And if she wants to address that, she's more than welcome to call into this program.
And that's one of the things that it feels like she's done. She has a rally with her supporters there, and then she interrupted a rally that was opposite her. She interrupted it, and then she left. She didn't even have the respect to stick around and hear what others were saying there or have any real questions that she faced. She tried to do a little back and forth with, of all people, Spurs Jesus. And we had Spurs Jesus on, and he said it kind of looked that way because the little clips that were on TV, but if you watch the whole video, it was a little different, but in a lot of ways, very disrespectful to unannounced work her way through a crowd, speak, and then leave when you know that rally was against you. Ballsy, I'll give her that. but at the same time, I've got specific questions that I have yet to hear her answer when it comes to Project Marvel, because she does a really good job of making sure that the questions that she is asked, she has a great prepared statement, because even when she's been on, whether it was KSAT or the Thursday deal she does with David Chancellor on News 4, she doesn't really answer the questions. She throws out a talking point and then wants to move on. And those segments are so short, she knows that they're going to be quick, and that's it. Here, we can go 12 or 15 minutes, or hell, 20.
Give her as much time as she wants.
Well, and again, answer a question. And yes, we've had every mayor on since 2008 on this show. We've had mayors on during election time, or mayoral candidates during election time, and we've had every mayor on, including her. And, man, it was easy to get her booked during campaign season.
Again, it's not bashing a politician or a mayor or whatever if you disagree with them and you want to talk to them about it, and then they won't talk to you about it. So I don't look at it as bashing the mayor, but I think she's making a huge mistake when it comes to Project Marvel, a huge mistake for the future of this city, which she may or may not be a part of. In the future of this city. Who knows? I think her political aspirations are bigger than that, and she's going to wants to live in Austin or Washington or wherever the case may be, and we're still going to be here to reap the benefits or not. So, bashing, I disagree. I have a disagreement with her, and I'd love to talk to her about it.
Well, and again, if you define bashing as giving her hell for not coming on, okay. Fake Gina, thank you for the call. unexpected things happen on a Friday.
Sure, exactly.
It made me laugh. And I almost hesitated on it. Pledge like, I'll take it. It'd be funny. All right, let's talk to fake Gina.
So you're blaming Pledge, huh?
No.
What are you doing? You're blaming Pledge?
No, that was on me. I mean, generally speaking, I see something called fake anything.
Sure.
I probably don't want to do it.
Well, it's,
But
at least it's up front that it was fake.
Well, that's it.
It was not somebody pretending to be the real mayor.
Yes.
It was a fake mayor.
It made me laugh.
It made me laugh.
It made me laugh.
And it's a Friday.
It is a Friday.
And it's a beautiful day here at Comalander Stadium. That is for sure. Folks are starting to arrive, which means game time is not that far away. In fact, the broadcast here on 94.1 begins in about an hour and 45 minutes. 7 o'clock, Jason Minix will get you started. 7:30, the action will begin, and you can hear it all right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. By the way, we're going to have our prime picks coming up here pretty soon, and the standings have gotten tight.
Well, they can't be any tighter.
They can't be any tighter. So I got to make a move.
As Tom Brady would say, it's a tight wobbler.
Well, it's a fighter, though. That's all that matters. It's a fighter.
We got soft in the D-gap.
Comalander Stadium on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is a Friday. You have your weekend plans. I trust none of you plan on going to jail, but some of you will, because it happens to a lot of people every day for all kinds of reasons. If you get arrested, you want to get out of jail fast, best way to do that, give my good friend Albert and his great staff at AA Best Bail Bonds a call at 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747, or you can start the bonding process online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else to get out of jail, and you don't want to be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you a PR bond, make sure you truly understand what all those conditions are before accepting it. Your best option for stress-free bail bonds is AA Best Bail Bonds, because nobody beats their price. They offer payment plans, have a free shuttle service. They are discreet and confidential and open 24/7. Offices all over San Antonio and Texas, services nationwide. So if you're up in Dallas, down in Corpus, anywhere in between, license number 149, call AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121, or go online at mybestbailbonds.com.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Hey, it's football season, and your furry MVP deserves a win. Hey, it's Rob, and reminding you, Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit in Selma is a luxury pet care resort with over 17,000 square feet of fun, plus training, spa days, and acres to play. Book today at 210-750-1298.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. Quo lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? Quo automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With Quo's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions and use those insights to level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with Quo. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's quo.com/sports. QUO.com/sports.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-743-8080. That's 1-800-743-8080. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-743-8080. That's 1-800-743-8080.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
With Progressive, it's easy to reach customer service with our app, website, chat, or by phone. Because when getting help is hard, it's not help at all.
Little help. A little help over here.
Thank you for calling Bench Press Assistance.
What?
Due to excessive gym volume, all available spotters are currently lifting heavy weights off the chests of other bench pressers.
Seriously?
Please continue to hold, and we will remove the barbell from your chest in the order in which your cry for help was received.
Getting assistance should be easy. With Progressive, it is. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Billy, your gas light's on. We need to stop and fill up.
No way, Jen. Gas around here is too expensive. We can make it a little further.
Billy, listen to your big sister. You don't need to drive all over searching for the lowest gas prices. Do what I do and use Upside.
Upside?
Do you live under a rock, Billy? Upside is the hottest cashback app out there. It's free to download, and you get real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. I use it all the time, and I've already made around $200.
You can make that kind of cash back just for buying the gas you have to buy anyway?
Yes, I'm looking at the Upside app now, and there's a gas station at the next exit offering 25 cents per gallon cash back.
Okay, I'm stopping to download Upside and fill up my tank. Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code ROLL to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code ROLL for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code ROLL for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Dallas Cowboys fans, come on down!
It's AJ and Rob from the Morning Huddle, and you could be the next contestant on
The Stat Is Right.
Every week leading up to the week of the Cowboys home game, AJ and Rob toss out a Cowboys player and a stat from the upcoming home game. Passing yards, rushing yards, number of times Dak adjusts his wristband mid-play, or perhaps CeeDee Lamb mouthguard chews per quarter. Whatever. All you have to do is predict that stat, get the closest, and bam! You're headed to Jerry World with a pair of tickets to the next Cowboys home game. Think of it like The Price is Right, but instead of winning a blender, you get to scream, "How about them Cowboys?" inside AT&T Stadium. So study up, Cowboy Nation, and listen to the Morning Huddle to play. The Stat Is Right, only on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
We are the South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. And you listen to that Cowboys game Sunday night right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. But tonight, it's Friday night, which means it's all about high school football. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. We're live at Comalander Stadium. I'm Joe Reinagle. He is Jason Minix, who will have the call for you beginning at 7 o'clock tonight.
Yep,
Madison Churchill.
Quarter Moon Plumbing, game of the week, energized by Hill Electric. Great district opener for both of these teams. And you think about a game like this, because there's a lot of good games, and somebody said, why this one? So, well, you pick these games in, I don't know, May or June.
You got to get them set up,
and there's a lot that goes into it, press box space, that sort of stuff, because there are some bigger games in the city, and both of these teams have struggled. But also I look at who they played non-district play, and that gets you ready. But you think about the last three games: 37-30, 28-27, 25-23, 21-9. A 27-13 and a 28-21. Those are the scores from the last, 5-6 years. These teams always play a hell of a game.
Well, yeah, these two teams are two of the oldest, some of the oldest schools in San Antonio. They've been playing each other for a long time. You develop that rivalry and that sports hatred, if you will, for each other. So it's going to be a good game. I don't think there's any question about that. It is a first district game for both. And Madison has one of the best players in the state. Wide receiver named Jordan Clay, who I'm very excited to see again in person. He is committed to Baylor.
But to give you an idea of how good Jordan Clay is as a junior, and obviously with the Navy All-American Bowl, the changes in high school football, NIL, early graduates, they do allow some underclassmen in the game. It's not just for seniors only, especially at the quarterback position, because all the best quarterbacks that are seniors graduate early and they go off to college. And now with NIL money, college coaches and their agents don't want them playing in an all-star game. So Jordan Clay played in the Navy All-American Bowl in January as a junior.
Okay.
And he has accepted an invite to play in it as a senior. And I'm trying to think how many two-time participants there have been in that game. Not many, because they've only allowed juniors the last 2 years. He might be the only one. But that's just how good of a player he is. And obviously that factors in too. I can't wait to see Jordan play tonight. And he's off to a hell of a start to this season.
That's going to be interesting to see. And again, you can hear it right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Real quick, because I know you don't care about this, but you talk hockey sometimes, so I'm going to talk golf.
Oh, golf? Yeah. I thought you were going to talk hockey.
No. Are you kidding me?
I mean, preseason.
Hockey,
big news for the Dallas Stars. Jamie Benn collapsed lung. He's going to be out a couple of months.
Nobody cares. The Ryder Cup is going on. The Ryder Cup is happening right now, and I wish it wasn't, because the United States is not doing well.
What?
They've wrapped up for today, day one. The Euros have a 5.5 to 2.5 point lead, and in this particular event, that's a big lead.
Well, I mean, it sounds like a field goal to me.
Well, it's bigger than a field goal, my friend. Scotty Scheffler's lost both his matches today. That's not good, and he's the best player that the United States has. So. That's not good. So if you're watching that, and it will go on the rest of the weekend. Still a lot of time, but not a good day one for the good old US of A.
Are you saying there's a chance?
There's still a chance. A lot of golf left to be played, but I'm just saying. I was afraid of this. It is early. I was afraid of this, though, because I honestly believe this. Overall, I think the Europeans have the better lineup of golfers than the United States does.
Although it's a tough course, but you would expect.
Oh, yeah.
You got to get wins from your best players like Scotty Scheffler.
Sure. Well, he had to drag J.J. Spawn around today, so I mean that was not good.
So is it J.J.'s fault?
Well.
I mean, you're going to blame JJ?
I'm not necessarily.
How did Scotty play?
Not all of. I don't know individually how he played.
Because you're working. I get it. Because we're talking golf and because you love Rory, Rory offered his thoughts on America as a country.
How do you think fans should?
That's not it.
That sounds like Stephen A.
Stephen A. doing a Rory?
No, I don't think so. That would not be Rory. He's stealing my Lucky Charms.
Pledge, do we have Rory? Well,
One second. Hang on a second, everybody. Do 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 do. Isn't that the Jeopardy theme?
Do 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 do
do do do.
It's live radio.
Doop, do, do, do.
All right, here's Rory.
Rory.
Everyone wanted to make it in America. It's the land of opportunity, and I still believe it's the greatest country in the world. And if you come here and you work hard and you dedicate yourself, you can be or do whatever you want. I am unbelievably grateful and lucky that I got to come to America early on. And I think success is celebrated here. I think there's a wonderful sense of work ethic. And yeah, as you know, I live here. My wife is American. My daughter is American. You know, I have a lot of affinity towards this country, and I think everyone that lives here should have that same affinity, because it is a wonderful place.
Yeah, you got to feel pretty happy about Rory saying that. And Rory's made a lot of money here in the United States playing golf, so I could see where he did that. I didn't know his wife was from the United States. I didn't even know he was married. I thought he and Amanda Balionis were.
I don't know. How many wives does he have?
I have no idea. Can you have more than one in Ireland? I don't know.
A lot of different rules.
I don't know.
Look, Reinego wanted to hear that because he likes hearing Rory talk. I'm surprised you're
be stealing my Lucky Charms.
I'm surprised your Siri or your navigation isn't in an odd voice like that. Like Rob Thompson changes his voice, and it's generally some British dude.
I don't care. I really don't. Have you noticed the different Alexa, though? It's a different voice on my Alexa at home. It's like it used to be very. Now it's just some airhead. You know, you know what I'm saying?
You're saying Alexa the airhead?
She's an airhead.
Why? What makes your Alexa sound like an airhead?
Well, it used to be kind of robotic, right? It was. Yeah. Now it's just a regular person, but she just kind of. I'll have to record it and play it back for you. Exactly, just like that.
So you're your voice of Alexa.
I should be. Don't you think?
I wonder what that job pays.
Well, I don't know. AI is a wonderful thing, but she's different now, and she's not as nice as the other one. The other one I'd say, thank you, Alexa. She goes, my pleasure, Joe. It's happy to help you. This other one's like, thank you, you're welcome. Like, what the hell? That's not very nice.
You need more friends.
Oh, I just want to have a relationship with Alexa. I mean, I don't see what the problem is with that.
What?
What kind of relationship would you like with Alexa? Just a friendly, nice conversation with Alexa that, I mean, that's not too much to ask, is it? When I say good morning, Alexa, good morning, Joe.
You don't get that?
I don't know. I don't get that. Like I said, I mean, the other one would talk to me. This one just said, I say, thank you, Alexa. You're welcome.
She said you're welcome.
Well, I mean, it's like
what else do you want? What else do you want?
Well, I want a pleasant conversation.
Well, you don't like pleasant conversation. You get in an Uber and hope the person doesn't talk to you.
This is true.
But you want to talk to a robot.
Well, of course.
Why?
Well, why not? Because I know used to be she'd talk to me. Now I'm a little sad.
This is sad.
If Maggie goes to work in the morning, I got nobody to talk to. Got to talk to the dog, and the dog didn't talk back.
Uh-huh.
Nobody to talk to.
Then you go to the gym and argue with Ray.
I argue with Ray. We had a hell of an argument the other day. We did.
I'm shocked.
And you'd be happy about it because he was taking up for your boy Dalton Schultz.
Well, mine?
Yes.
All right.
I was telling him how Dalton Schultz sucks.
Really?
Yeah. And that he needs to get open for poor C.J. Stroud.
Because C.J. can't hit a guy that's got anybody near him, huh?
Well, apparently not. I don't know. But it was a big argument. So
big.
He was going to watch tape over the weekend and argue with me on Monday. So we'll see.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you tell him we got a golf tournament Monday?
Oh, that's right.
I'm not going to be in
Monday.
Yeah.
Well, Tuesday then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's right. Our golf tournament's Monday.
Wow. Monday. If you're playing in the golf tournament, plan on joining us at the Break Room Bar there on Pat Booker Road. If you're not playing in the golf tournament, come hang out with us at the Break Room Bar. You don't have to be in the golf tournament. Come to the party afterwards, and your chances of winning great prizes are still strong, whether you play in the golf tournament or not, because our friends from Fly by Yingling are going to have a lot of stuff to give away.
Yeah, they'll give stuff away at the golf tournament and then bring over a bunch of stuff to the Break Room Bar as well. That's a cool place.
Yep.
It really is a cool place. I'm looking forward to that.
And we got 2 Monday night games.
And 2 Monday night games.
2 Monday night games.
I thought they only did that once.
Well,
a
Joe,
year.
You
Now
thought
it's
wrong.
2?
You thought wrong.
Well,
it's been on the schedule since they put it out.
It's tough for me to stay up for that last one. You know what I mean? It's like, damn, it's late. And I have to because,
work.
I probably have money on it. And work. That's right.
I was going to say, you've never sounded older.
Justin Guerrero on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page says he's going to be wearing his white belt. Did you get a white belt, Minix, for this event?
No.
Well, you need to, and it's okay. Even though it's after Labor Day, white belts are allowed.
Well, wait a minute.
I'll have mine on.
It is after Labor Day.
Yeah.
Yet tomorrow Penn State's having a whiteout.
Yeah.
Where a lot of people will have white pants, white shirt, everything white. They're all going to look like Aggie milkmen.
Yes, they are.
Yell leaders.
Cheerleaders. Well, you just pissed off a bunch of Aggies.
How?
Calling them milkmen?
That's what they call them.
They call them that?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
I thought they were very proud of the yell leaders. Are there any women in that group?
No.
No, they're all men, huh?
That's why they're called milkmen.
Milkmen.
Not milk ladies. That would be something completely
That would
different.
be something completely different. Some people make a very good living doing that, I hear. Haven't told you that story?
Sam, yes, the Navy dress uniform is all white, although it is seasonal. You can have your summertime, they're all whites, whether you're talking about the regular or the Cracker Jacks, and then in the winter they're all navy blue.
Now the Cracker Jacks.
Yeah.
Did you wear one of those hats?
Well, of course.
Of course. So tell me, and I mean this in all sincerity, no disrespect to the Navy. What's the purpose of that hat? I mean, seriously, I don't know.
I couldn't tell you. the purpose of it, I don't know. It's part of the uniform,
right?
You can keep snacks up there.
Okay.
When you're standing watch.
Okay.
But I don't know. You
I've always wondered that.
You can use that though as a flotation device.
For who? The gecko.
In all seriousness, every part of the Navy uniform you can use as a flotation device. And to graduate from boot camp, I don't know if they're still doing this, but when I was at Great Lakes, you basically walk the plank and you kick your shoes off and those are gone, but you can use your hat as a flotation device. Your shirt and your pants can all be used as flotation devices.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That really is interesting.
Yeah.
There you go. It's the purpose of the hat is a flotation
The
device.
purpose of the entire Cracker Jack uniform, I couldn't tell you. And I all I know is that once you figure out how to get the tie thing tied,
right,
you never, ever untie that thing
because it's tough.
It's
hard to do.
You learn how to do it in boot camp, and for the rest of your career, that's the one you're using, never untied.
I just always was curious as to what that happened because you wear a cowboy hat to keep the rain off of you, regular hat to keep the sun off of you. I didn't know what.
Well, what's interesting though, when you're thinking about the uniforms that you're talking about, when you're out to sea, you're wearing dungarees, or at least when I was in. Now they've got these blueberry things, but the dungarees and it's a ball cap or coveralls and a ball cap. Yeah, you don't wear those out to sea. It doesn't make sense, except for when you're pulling in a port and you're doing the ceremonial while everybody's standing out on the flight deck.
Right.
And you're in your dress uniform. You're going, why in the hell are we doing this? and I don't know if you've ever seen a ship come in, but you're standing out there for a long time. It's not a speedy process.
You got to look spiffy, man.
Spiffy is it.
Exactly right.
Yes. Well, I mean, because you're pulling in all the ladies that are out there on the pier waiting for you to get there.
There you go.
Yeah.
I
will say there is an advantage, not necessarily the hat, but the rest of the uniform. Let's say it makes things a lot easier.
It's a flotation device. Absolutely. We're live at Copeland Stadium. Oh, my goodness. Having a good time, getting ready for a little high school football action that you can listen to right here on 94.1 San Antonio
Navy people texting me. It's basically determines between enlisted and officer.
Oh, that's what it is.
If that's what it is,
Okay.
that's dumb.
Okay.
But, I wouldn't be surprised if that answer isn't true.
Well, I don't know. Sam on our YouTube page is saying the U.S. Navy's Cracker Jack uniform served practical purposes, such as bell-bottom trousers for easy rolling during deck work and a large neckerchief to absorb sweat and protect the uniform.
I mean, all of that might be true.
Well, see, there has to be a reason.
Well,
I just didn't know what it was.
Yeah, but that guy's acting like I did real work in the Navy. I was a public affairs officer.
Well, you just went on from the Navy to this job.
Yeah,
You've never
pretty
done
much.
it. So there you go. We got our prime picks coming up next here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's going to be a great weekend of football. It is in full swing, and the best place to get in all the action is on Underdog, where you can make picks and win money here in Texas. It's easy to do. You just pick higher or lower on predicted stats. Rushing yards, receptions, touchdowns. For Micah Parsons, for me on Sunday, right now he's listed at 0.5 sacks. Is he going to get higher or lower than half a sack? I went higher. Of course I did, because Micah Parsons will. And anything against the Cowboys defense, like passing yards for Jordan Love, I would also go higher. Download the Underdog app. Sign up with promo code STAR to score $100 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. Again, promo code STAR at Underdog. Make picks, win money.
Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
The Fall Golf Classic is sold out, but the party's just getting started. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star invites everyone, yes, even if you aren't playing, to the official Fall Golf Classic after party happening Monday, September 29th at the Break Room Bar off Pat Booker Road. Mad props to this year's tournament sponsor, the law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, who hits back when life hits hard, and plenty of Sports Star love to Fly by Yingling and PPM Motorhomes too. The Blitz with Jason and Joe kicks off the party live at 2 p.m. So sneak out of work early, call it networking, and raise a glass with us. So whether you're playing in the Classic or just want to crash the party, you're officially invited to the Sports Stars Golf Classic After Party at the Break Room Bar off Pat Booker Road, Monday, September 29th at 2 p.m. sharp. Details at sasportstar.com. See you at the Break Room Bar. Golf shoes not required.
Calling all Cowboys Nation in San Antonio. Game day isn't complete without the right look, and the Dallas Cowboys Pro Shop has everything you need. Whether you're headed to the game or watching from home, the Dallas Cowboys Pro Shop has you covered. Find game day staples like jerseys and hats to fan favorites like hoodies and jackets at any of our 4 convenient locations: River Center, North Star Mall, Ingram Park Mall, and Huebner Oaks Shopping Center. We're open 7 days a week. Find the best selection of Cowboys gear only at the Dallas Cowboys Pro Shop.
Hi. My name's Jason Thompson. I've been representing people injured in traffic collisions here in San Antonio for more than 30 years. After a collision, I've spoken to many people who wanted to believe that the other driver's insurance company would be fair and they really didn't need an attorney. They thought that the insurance company would pay their medical bills and do the right thing. I wish that were true, but trying to go it alone is a big, big mistake. If you have been injured, please know the other driver's insurance company has adjusters and attorneys working against your interest. If insurance companies were trying to get to heaven, I'd be out of a job, gladly. That is just not the world we live in, though. Call me as soon as you can if you are injured in a traffic collision. I do not charge anything to review your case with you. I'll tell you what you need to do and what you should not do. If you want a smart and fair result, you'll need to make smart decisions along the way. And that is what I do. You and I will make smart decisions for you and your family, and we'll get justice and fair results. My number, 210-900-0400. That's 900-0400. Or go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
This college football season, the Crunch Time Hero of the Week is brought to you by PorkRinds.com, the nation's premier hub for pork rind lovers everywhere. Each week, a college player will post on Instagram, and each share over a 2-week period equals a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, which helps families who are dealing with DIPG, DMG, pediatric brain cancer. Giving back with the perfect snack to celebrate those big Crunch Time plays. Find your rind at PorkRinds.com or find Southern Recipe pork rinds at HEB.
Hornitos Tequila and America's team have one major thing in common. Everyone can enjoy them. They weren't made just to have a few fans, but to gather people who love high-quality, real Texas football and premium fresh-pressed agave tequila. It's for all our fans. Whether you live in Texas or not, or sip your Hornitos in a Paloma or straight, it's 100% agave tequila for 100% of Dallas Cowboys fans. Hornitos, the tequila de todos. Drink smart. Hornitos Tequila, 40% alcohol by volume. 2025 Salsa Tequila Import Company, Chicago, Illinois.
Now that I'm a dad, I can't stop thinking about what would happen to my kids if something happened to me, like losing the house or not affording college.
Yeah, that used to keep me up at night too. It's why I finally got life insurance from Ethos. It's 100% online. No medical exams, just a few health questions. I got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day.
I never realized it was that simple. Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Rates may vary. Bill monthly. Sample rate 10-year term life policy for a 35-year-old healthy non-smoking male.
Guys, it's summertime. Carbox got you covered with summertime beers. Whether it's the Love Street Blonde Kolsch Ale, the Rhubarb, which is their latest Fun Series beer, or a Ziegenbach, Crawford Bach, whatever you're looking for, there's something for everybody's taste in Carbox lineup. Check them out at all your local stores.
Dallas Cowboys head coach Brian Schottenheimer goes one-on-one and has some fun with the morning huddles. AJ and Rob, Friday mornings.
I mean, literally, when we get done with games and whether we win or lose, my wife she's ready with some suggestions. You know, she'll give me 15 to 30 seconds in the car to kind of unwind, and then she's like, okay, you feel better? I'm like, yeah, I feel better. And then she just starts laying into me, like, hey, don't run the ball off the middle on this down, and don't do this, and get the ball to turf. And I'm like, wow.
Well, I am so happy to hear this, Coach. I'm so happy to hear this. Something tells me Bill Belichick's girlfriend isn't talking football with him on the car ride home. No, they're talking entirely different conversation, man.
Brian Schottenheimer's unfiltered look at the Cowboys' upcoming game. Friday mornings, presented by AA Best Bail Bonds on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
We are that much closer to a big football weekend, and it all starts tonight. Right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. This is the Blitz. I'm Joe Reinagle. He is Jason Minix, and he'll be calling tonight's game here at Comalander Stadium between Madison and Churchill.
The Quarter Moon High School Game of the Week, energized by Hill Electric. Should be a fun one. Madison and Churchill. And this weekend is going to be a fantastic weekend. And admittedly, I've got to watch a lot of this either on an iPad or checking scores on the phone because I'm going to see Blink 182 tomorrow in Kansas City. And two of the better games tomorrow night. My goodness, what a Saturday it's going to be.
It's going to be a great Saturday. I can't wait. I'm here for it. I'm going to be watching a lot of football tomorrow for sure. And then a big weekend of NFL, big Sunday of NFL football, including, of course, the Cowboys and the Packers on Sunday Night Football, which ought to be very entertaining as far as I'm concerned.
Well, you know what we do about this time every week?
Prime Picks on the Blitz.
Clearly, this is for entertainment purposes only because none of us have been great this year. Last week, you and Pledge went 4-6.
We sure did.
I went 5-5 a week ago to even everything up. All three of us on the season are 21-9.
Wow, that's not good, but it's early.
It's early.
And we're all tied. So here we go. It starts today.
Starts today. Well, really tomorrow.
Well, yeah, exactly.
But, we go through and we pick 5 big college games, generally top 25 matchups, or unless there's a local flavor to it, and then 5 NFL games that look like they could be either way. Let's start with the game you can listen to here on 94.1 tomorrow afternoon, starting at 1:30, brought to you by Just Pots. Texas A&M, after a bye, following that big win over Notre Dame, they host an Auburn team last week that played Oklahoma tough but lost.
They did, and I tell you what, this was a tough pick for me. In fact, I just filled it in right now. I had it blank with some of the other ones, but I think that Auburn team is good. They got a good defense, and the Aggies coming off that big win in Notre Dame, they're at home. I think that makes the difference for me, and that's why I'm going with A&M.
In a lot of ways, although last year they went multiple overtimes with Auburn on the road.
Yep.
Marcel Reed just looks like a different player, and he passed a major test at Notre Dame. I like the Aggies at home tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, give me A&M. Like you said, Marcel Reed looks different, and in a close game, give me the home team with what I feel is the better quarterback.
Now, the one that I have struggled with the most is the big game tomorrow night, Penn State and Oregon. Wide out at Happy Valley, it's going to be incredible. But until James Franklin actually proves he can win a big game, I've got to go Oregon. And I think about my niece's husband, Duck Boy, just texting him, talking to him. But Oregon's been tested this year. They've had some better competition than Penn State, and their quarterback should be in the Heisman conversation. I like the Ducks.
I think Oregon might be, Ohio State aside, the best team in the Big Ten. They're certainly up there with Ohio State, and I think they're better than Penn State. And I'm with you, and we talked to Jay Paterno yesterday, and we said as much. Until James Franklin proves he can win a big game, I don't trust him. I'm going with the Ducks.
I think this is where James Franklin gets his big game win because, A, it's at home in Happy Valley, wide out, and Drew Aller is the better quarterback, in my opinion. He is the guy that's going to get a lot of NFL praise through draft circles, and once again, I'm going to lean towards what I feel is the better quarterback at home.
Going to be interesting. Georgia, Alabama. You know, there were years this would be the game of the week of the century.
That's right.
Alabama, they're still Alabama, but Georgia's still Georgia. Go Dogs.
And they're at home, too. And DeBeer loses this game, another bad year. I don't know how long he's going to stick around Bama, but it's a big game for Alabama, and they could win this game, but they're not going to. I'm going with the Georgia Dogs.
Yeah, I'm going with Georgia too, mainly just because I don't trust Kalen DeBoer or that Alabama team currently.
USC. Oh, excuse me. Let's do USC, Illinois.
All right.
Lincoln Riley crying.
We
like had a late
baby.
Game, and now we got an early game. Either way, USC is the better team. They're going to win.
Well, they're the better team, but they're on the road because, they got to start. They've had a rough travel schedule, Jason. I think Illinois is a better team, certainly, than they showed last week against Indiana, and I think they were embarrassed. And I think this is their opportunity to show people that they are a pretty good football team. USC got a good quarterback. He's playing well, but I don't trust USC or Lincoln Riley, either one. I'm going with the Illini.
In teams I don't trust, I'm going to go with the one I trust, I guess, the least in terms of who I'm picking against. And look, I've seen more from USC and Lincoln Riley in big games than I have Illinois. And I picked Illinois last week and they let me down. So that is why I'm picking USC.
LSU, Ole Miss. This game has gotten a lot of attention because of Lane Kiffin's daughter and the LSU linebacker. Even Lane says take the over in this one.
It does. Should be a fun game.
I'll take the over in LSU.
It should be a fun game. It really should be. You know what? Ole Miss is another one of those teams, and Lane Kiffin that just can't seem to win the big game. And so that gave me a little bit of pause, but they are at home. LSU's been great, but I think in the SEC anything can happen. I'm going with Ole Miss in this one.
Well, Ole Miss, I know they've been surviving without their starting quarterback who they lost against Kentucky earlier this season. They're still going to be rolling with Chambliss in this game. So give me LSU with with Doug Nussmeier's kid. And I'm going to take the better quarterback for the fifth straight time.
All right.
Can be interesting.
Let's go to the pros.
Yeah. Tampa Bay and Philadelphia.
Philly, until somebody beats them, I got to tell you, look, they have not played their best football. I don't think they have, but yet they're 3-0. And they just find ways to win. I don't know what it is about Philadelphia. Maybe they're destined this year to go get back to the bowl, but I like Philadelphia. Tampa Bay without Mike Evans, I think that's going to really hurt them. So I like the Eagles in this one.
You know, they got that rookie receiver from Ohio State that's kind of a offset, and Tampa Bay finds ways to win. And I was leaning Philly in this one until I heard that they actually are leaving today. You know, they want to get down there to get acclimated to the heat. It's going to be 90-something degrees.
Sure.
You don't get adjusted to Florida humidity in a day. They've already mentally lost by worrying about the weather as pro athletes. Give me Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I'm also going with Tampa. Baker and them are playing great. Philly has not been playing great. It's at home, and Emeka Ibuka is going to offset the loss of Mike Evans.
Tampa Bay has been lucky as hell. Let's face it right now. They've been lucky as hell to be where they're at right now. So you guys take Tampa Bay. I'm going with the Eagles.
You could argue Philly's been lucky as hell.
Well, last week they were.
And
the week before.
Money,
and against.
And the week before.
Cost me money, damn it.
Rams, Colts. Colts, Ryan, I've been lucky as hell. They're undefeated.
Who?
The Colts.
They haven't been lucky. They've been kicking everybody's ass.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, that Denver penalty. Yeah. The Colts will lose their first game.
I think they will too. I still contend the Rams are a Super Bowl contender. I think they've got the defense for it. Obviously, I love their quarterback in Matthew Stafford, and I think so. I think this is when Danny Dimes suffers his first defeat as an Indianapolis Colt.
Yeah. Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams, Matt Stafford. Give me the Rams.
All right.
They may be the best team in the NFC.
I'm not arguing with you there, Pledge.
Detroit would like a word.
Well, them too, and so would Philly.
Ravens, Chiefs in Kansas City.
Dude, this is tough for me. All right, it is tough, but I changed my mind on this, and I know Kansas City's got nobody, but Worthy is coming back. He is going to play in this game, so that helps Mahomes a little bit. I don't like the Ravens' defense at all. They have been a sieve this year. They can't stop the run. And I just think at Kansas City, the Chiefs are going to get it done. They're going to find a way to get it done and get back. Either way, one of these teams is going to be 1-3 and in deep trouble.
Yeah, and I think it's actually going to be Kansas City that's 1-3 and not Baltimore. I think they bounce back. They've had 2 brutal losses. And you're right, the defense isn't there. But there's not a running back on Kansas City that scares anybody. And Xavier Worthy is not the difference maker in one game.
It helps.
Anybody that can catch will help. But I like Baltimore off a loss to bounce back with a big road win at KC.
Yeah, I'm with Jason. Look, even with Worthy coming back, their receiving options aren't great, especially with Rashee Rice still out. Travis Kelce does not look like Travis Kelce anymore. And at least Baltimore has an offense that can score some points. I can't say the same about Kansas City.
The Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans. Will Houston get their first win of the season?
The Texans have screwed me for 3 games. I've picked them, and they've screwed me for 3.
Yeah.
I'm going to take them again just because the Titans suck. And quite frankly, so do the Texans. This game could go either way, but I'm going to go with the home team.
Oh, I'm with you. They both suck, but Tennessee sucks worse. Give me Houston.
Yeah, same logic. Exact same logic.
It might be 9-3.
Or 6-3.
I mean, Cam Ward might throw a pick 6.
He might.
Give me
it's
a Houston
possible.
with the scoop and score on a fumble. Green Bay and Dallas. You've been talking a lot of noise.
I have been.
You're feeling really good about the Cowboys.
I'm going to stick with them, and it would not surprise me if I'm wrong on this one. I am going to take the Packers to win. But
You're going to take sackless Micah?
Well, I'm sorry?
You're going to take sackless Micah?
Sackless Micah. That guy won't do jack squat in this game, okay? Cowboys keep this close.
Pledge.
Cowboys keep it close, but they lose in the end. The Packers win it.
I think the Packers win by 10.
Yeah.
That's close.
Packers win and cover.
We'll see. We'll see.
Again, for entertainment purposes only, because all
please
3 of
don't
us,
take our advice.
21-19 on the year. Now, while we're close in the prime picks, nothing close in our YouTube poll today on the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube channel. Today's poll question: do you think Mayor Gina Ortiz-Jones is doing a good job? 90% of you say no. 10% I question what you're paying attention to.
I am surprised. I want to know what 10% think she's done well, quite frankly.
She shows up.
Well, she does show up for work.
I mean, there are people that think if you show up, that's good enough.
I suppose so, especially politicians, right?
I mean, the article in the Current today, she used excuses why none of what she laid out to get done in her first 100 days was done. Apparently, a lack of data.
Lack of data.
According to the San Antonio Current.
That is a damn good excuse right there.
And if you missed fake Gina Ortiz-Jones calling in earlier, find her on the YouTube page later. That was hilarious.
No question about it.
Yep.
All right, that's going to do it for us here at the Blitz live at Comalander Stadium. But don't go anywhere. Extra Innings with Pledger is coming up next, followed by live high school football. Madison taking on Churchill. Jason Minix will have that for you beginning at 7 o'clock. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, the weekend.
This is The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons 2 to 6, KTFM, Floresville. And everywhere at SA's Sports Star